Yeah. We really boxing. We wanted the battle. Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is.
Yeah, he's undisputed. Yeah. You gotta call him that. Respect. Because he won all the titles.
He already said that he won the title at 140. Like that's the argument that Eddie Hearn said. He's like, he's not undisputed. They said he won the title in this.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing, man. The capital regime of the boxing talk. Of course, we got my brother in the house, man, the Puerto Rican Prince, my man D Free, and the biggest hater in the game, my man Prize Fighter, man.
Yeah.
How y'all doing today?
So with y'all brothers.
Hey, that was a good interview today, Free.
Fire interview.
I like how Free said some stuff to try to throw a little monkey wrench at me, man. It was I just want Free to know that was wrong, man.
Nigga, you do it to me every time we have an interview.
Hey, but I'm gonna say this though. I've always been a big fan of Tank Davis, man. Salute to Tank Davis, man. So I hope to have him on the show one day. I definitely know we in talks with getting my man Coach Kenny up here. So salute to Coach Kenny, man. One thing I will say though, that shocked me, man. I was shocked when my man said Baltimore had better seafood than DC, man. Was you shocked about that, Free?
What?
About him saying that Baltimore had better seafood than DC, man. I was shocked to hear.
I expect him to say that. He's from Baltimore.
And that's always been debatable to me. Me personally, I think DC, you know, I know that the water's right there by Baltimore. I travel through Baltimore quite often, but I don't know. Something about DC got that seafood, man.
Yeah, DC, I don't know. It seems like DC, man, got a good restaurant on almost every corner.
Yeah. Shout out to DC, man. My little bro out there, man.
No wonder my man D Free is a chef, man.
D3 be chefing stuff, you know what I'm talking about?
But let me ask you guys.
Yeah.
Man, we just recently seen Errol Spence. He hopped in the ring. He looked like he was about 180 pounds.
No.
He called out the Tower and Inferno, man. Sebastian Fundora, man. What you guys think about that?
I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to get back in the ring, and people not gonna like that. People is upset. Don't give me that. Spit that out. Put that out your.
My man had a little emergency. Go ahead, Free.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with Prize. I mean, people ain't gonna like it. But see, this is what I say to everybody. This is what we always say. We say we want these fighters to fight the best fights. We want these fighters to go after the big fights or whatever. So they can't be mad that Errol Spence called out Pandora. That's what he's supposed to do. That's what y'all been asking for him to do. Go after the best fights. We don't want to see him fighting somebody that doesn't belong in a ring with him. So that's what he did. He went after the big fights. I'm not mad at Earl. he went after Sebastian Fedor. I understand people want Bud to get that fight because Bud is the former undisputed champion at 147. But Earl do what he was supposed to do. Anybody else would do it too. They would call out the champion. That's what everybody does. They call out the champion. It's up to Sebastian Fedor and his team to figure out if they're gonna go with Bud or if they're gonna go with Earl.
Well, I don't think Sebastian has a really too much of a say so. It's going to be with Al Heyman. He's still got this weird thing where he wants to pair Earl and Canelo together. Now, if Earl can go in there and dominate Sebastian Fondor, then he'll be right in line with what they want to do. Bud is not with the PBC. Okay? You're not going to just get a fight and then run off with Al Heyman like that. And matter of fact, it's pretty much like that. You got to be like Canelo status to do that. Like, you can't run off on Bob Arum with the belt. You can't. And it's the same thing that applies to Al Heyman. He's not gonna sit there and let Terrence dictate what he's doing. They already said Terrence is hard to work with. I don't know that to be true because I'm not back there negotiating. But a lot of people said it's hard to negotiate and do business with Terrence because he thinks he's bigger than what he is. But is he deserving of it? He's more deserving of the fight, absolutely. But is he going to get the fight? I doubt it because he's not even with the PBC. So what do the PBC like to do? They like to do in-house fights. So we're likely to see Errol Spence and Fondor next, and then y'all just get over it. Especially you Bud fans, y'all. That's y'all man. I rock with Bud too, but he's made questionable decisions in the past, and it's sticking with him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you do something, like you get caught with a gun back in the day, and now you 45 trying to go get your gun permit, and they still trying to hold a permit for you, something you did when you were 20 or 19. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing, bro.
Yeah. To my brother Josh Sanders. I mean, the thing I'll say is I'm not sure Errol could make 154, but I'll say that it was good to see him in good spirits. It was good to see him, shaking hands, kissing babies out there with the fans. Because one thing people don't admit about Errol Spence is a very engaging guy, very likable. So it was good to see him back. At least I was glad to see that he was,
regular.
regular,
Chilling regular.
He didn't look like there was no lasting physical damage left on him. I can say this, man. What's going on? What happens to Bud is a proof of that. There's nothing fair in life, and I think because you have a dark skinned guy who's not very likable, and a guy like Bud Crawford, I think that's why you see him getting screwed in this thing. But at the end of the day, if Fondor vacates the title and lets it go, that's cool too, man. Because at the end of the day, what we really want to see, we want to see Errol back in the ring. I really want to see Errol, man, fight Bud again. But I think it's kind of crazy to see Errol duck Bud, but not, but want to fight Fedor, which is to me kind of a joke. What you guys think?
I don't think Earl didn't want to fight Bud. I think it's I think Bud only wanted to fight Earl at 47, and Bud said he can't make. Earl said he can't make 47. So Earl said, "Okay, you want to fight me at 47? I can't make it. So we can move on." So,
but does this make him look crazy because he's avoiding Jaron Ennis, and if he's not going to get the Fondor fight next, which is very likely that he doesn't, what does he do? Does he go ahead and fight for the WBO vacant, and maybe he fight against Lubin or something like that for the vacant? Is he like wouldn't fighting Jaron Ennis be a better thing than going to 54? You just do one more at welterweight and see what happens. See if some pieces of the puzzle move out the way, or does he just I'm trying to say, Free.
The thing is, the Jaron Ennis fight is a better fight. The question is it a big enough fight for Bud to take that challenge? Because see, that's what he said. He said
that goes back to my thing before you land your plane, Free. That's what I'm saying. So, do you think Terrence Crawford would make more money fighting, let's say, not gonna get Fondor. Zoo doesn't have any belts, so if he just it'll be between Zoo and Lubin, which are PBC fighters. Is that better than fighting Jaron Ennis? I don't think it is, but go ahead, my homie.
The thing is, they said it would be between Josh Taylor. They said it would be between Josh Taylor and Erickson Lubin. I don't know who it will be because we don't know how the WBO pick their mandatories because we see it all the time. They pick whoever they want as the
What's that? What's somebody vacuuming?
That's my daughter.
Oh,
The thing is, I mean, I don't know how much money is in if he fights Tennessee. I don't know how much money is in it if he fight Jaron Ennis. We believe that it's a bigger money fight if he fights Jaron Ennis, but nobody knows it's gonna.
Nobody knows. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, D Free. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, but I just think that Bud moves in the past. I don't know why cats don't want to rock with him like that. And I'm not talking about. I'm talking about promoters and like stuff like that. Like, why are they trying to? I don't want to use that word blackball him, but why are they trying to? You know what I'm saying? Why are they doing that to Terrence? Why is Terrence can't just be normal and just get the fights and just go about his business, man? He's not getting the Canelo fight. PBC going to freeze him out again. They're going to keep him far away from Errol Spence. And at this point, Earl doesn't – it's not about belts with Earl no more because he can sell. So this is like they're going to want to put Fondora in there, maybe give Earl one more fight and then throw him in there with Canelo. That's what Al Heyman – that's what the PBC always wanted, Earl and Canelo anyway. You know what I mean, BVO? So why – I mean –
I think
it's a bad situation, bro.
I think the thing that's so funny, man, is you hear so many people crying for Bud, but at the end of the day, man, Bud didn't sign up with the right people. If you don't sign with the right people, man, this is big boy world.
Crazy, man.
If you don't sign with the right people, just like when the great
like
Bob Arum told
my bad.
The great Bob Arum told Devin Haney, you sign with the wrong promoter, you get no shot.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Bud Crawford signed with the wrong promoter. But the thing I'll say that's so funny is you hear all this turmoil with Bud, but see that's why I like guys like Teofimo Lopez, who's getting ready to take on a tough opponent for his WBO strap.
Who? What's his name?
Like guys like
what's his name, BBO?
Hold on.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it. What's his name?
No, I know who it is. I know who it is.
Flag it.
You know, but BBO, what's his name?
Flag it.
Do you know who Clagger fought?
Listen, let me finish what I'm saying real quick, and then we'll go.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Like I said, we were speaking, and the only reason I had, for all those people who was wondering why BVO wasn't talking about the great Teofimo Lopez is because he didn't have a fight. The thing I will say is this: that when you talk about a guy like Teofimo Lopez, let's be honest here. The moment he calls out Bud wants to be 54. So that all will let you know the kind of fear that's in the sport of boxing when it comes to a guy.
Shout out to real quick. Let me read the comment. Let me read. Are you done? I was gonna read the comments. No, go ahead.
I'm almost done. Let me finish.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Land your plane.
And the thing I'll say that's so funny is Bud's a great fighter, but the only place that's fair, as my grandmother told me years ago, the only place that's fair is where they raise pigs. So life isn't fair. And anybody that has a suntan like us understands life isn't fair. So to even suggest that it should be is a joke. It's a joke. Yeah. At the end of the day, man, Bud signed with the wrong promoter, and I hope he enjoys
it. Whack, man. It's whack.
He's one of the best talents in boxing. In my opinion, people don't agree with me on this. I think he's number 2 pound for pound, right behind Canelo. So
yeah, don't nobody agree with you.
No, nobody agree with you, but he's number 1, if anything. But shout out to Josh Sanders and the whole TWT. He said, "Yo, Praj, you right. They'll curve Bud and say Fondora is taking a voluntary defense against Spence, honestly, and he'll vacate that belt. Now Fondora has said, Josh, that he wasn't going to vacate the belt. Bud is the best in the world, and he wants to fight Terrence Crawford next. That's what Fondora said. But he don't run the show. Al Heyman gonna say, nah, he not with us. We not doing this. We gonna put you in there with Spence. You gonna make more money, and they gonna persuade him to make more. They gonna probably up his pay. And shout out to D-Town, D-Town Funk. You know, give us a minute. BVO drop the link. You know, but yeah, they gonna curb him, bro. They gonna curb him.
The thing is, but he tried to be slick out the mouth, and he's biting the hand that feed him, because that man was the one that came out and said, I finesse Al Heyman. You cannot say something like that when all of the fighters that you want to fight are over there with Al Heyman.
Yeah.
You think you're going to sit here and talk?
I didn't
talk
see
bad
that.
about
Where did he say that at? He said
on
that.
Fight Hype.
No, yeah, he said it on Fight Hype, and
Wow. He cooked
he
it.
said, yeah, you cannot sit there and do that and think you're going to get a fight with the guy that you're talking bad about.
So we could just label Bud fried rice then.
Something like that. Now let me go back to BVO real quick. BVO, you're not going to just get away with what you just said. Steve Claggett is not no goddamn world beater. Steve Claggett is number 13 in the WBO.
Wow.
And let's be honest about
You said top
what
15?
happened. He's top 15. He's number 13.
Hey, so D-Free, so knowing what you know, does that mean that he has to call in to the sanctioning body and request that, since it's not in a certain top 10 or top 5 or something like that?
You got to be in
is that true?
top 10 in order
okay.
for it to be a legitimate. Hold on, my phone will one second. Hold on one.
So basically, he's requested this fight. BVO. He called up the sanction by saying, "I want." You know his name.
Claggett, Prize, and BVO.
Yes, sir.
We got you.
Go ahead, Free.
We got a mic check on you.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we got a mic check.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good. You got a mic check.
Yeah. So he got to be in the top 10 in order for it to be a legitimate voluntary fight.
So what did he do, D3? Did he call up and make that call?
He one or two things. He asked for it or he petitioned for it. One or two things.
Bob signing off on this.
It's a mandatory.
Bob.
It ain't a mandatory.
It's. I mean, Bob signed off on it because this is what happened. What happened was they was trying to set up Raymond Maritalo and and Tio, because Raymond Maritalo said he'll fight. He had told Shakur Stevenson and he told Tio, I got a fight on Saturday. I'll be ready by July. The very next day, both of them dudes went and signed a fight for somebody else.
That was crazy. And I thought that's the fight that Shakur wanted.
No way.
It's a shame that this is happening. I don't want to get too far for the topic, but Teofimo Lopez, that means he got his phone and called the WBO, discussed it with Bob, and said, I want this guy outside of the top 10, bro. Why is he doing that when he's an A fighter? Why is he fighting C-level competition? BVO, that's a question for you. Teofimo, do you agree, before you go off, do you agree Teofimo is an A fighter? Yes or no?
Yes, I agree with that. I mean,
okay. I think he is as well. I know y'all gonna probably disagree with me. That's cool. I got him as an A minus. That's just me. But why is he making that phone call wanting to fight a guy none of us has heard of?
Well, like B-Hop said many years ago to Jim Gray, he's in the fight business, and it's his business to fight to make money to feed his family. So he's got a son.
It's sure not even a big payday, though.
Well, $2 million I would think is a big payday.
Man, when you break that $2 million down, that boy probably not even gonna walk away with $1 million.
Well, you know,
bro, who said he got $2 million for this fight?
No, he got a new contract. He got a new contract.
I don't care about him getting a new contract. Who
and
said
is he got 2 point? Is he getting 2.5 a clip, BVO?
He's guaranteed 2.5 each fight. Guaranteed 2.5 each fight.
When did he sign this contract?
Remember, he signed the contract his last fight when he fought Jermaine Ortiz.
He signed to get 2.5 per fight.
Yes, remember? I don't know if you remember when the guy from Fight Hype was asking Bob Arum you know, T.O. signed for another 3 years. He said, Bob Arum said, I probably won't be here to see him finish the deal, but we wanted to take care of our young fighter, our young champion. So this is a deal that Bob did himself to take care of.
That didn't tell me what he's supposed to be getting though.
No, that's what was announced, that he's guaranteed at least 2.5 a fight. So
I'll go look it up. I'll go look it
what
up.
I'll do is when we get off the show, I'll send it to your phone so you know.
No,
D3 gonna look it up during
I'll
the
look it
show.
up my damn self. I'll look it up my damn self.
Look it up now.
Because no, you're not going to tell me that Bob Arum is going to pay him $2.5 million per fight, and he fights Steve Claggett. If you go look up Steve Claggett, because I know who Steve Claggett is. If you go look up Steve Claggett, I guarantee there's nobody on his resume you know. I guarantee you there's nobody. And the reason why is because all the fights he's fought has been overseas. There's nobody you know.
Where is he from, D3? Where is he from?
He's from overseas. I'm not sure if it's Australia or if it's the UK, but he's from somewhere over there.
He's from Wales, I believe. I'm not sure of him, but I think he's from Wales.
Well, Josh said that I don't want to skip detail. He said he never heard of that one. And Josh said Free, his deal is similar to Bud's. I'm talking about Shakur's deal.
The thing I'll say that's so funny is, you know, like, you know, you got T.O. taking on a real tough hunk contender, top 15 contender, and it's still not good enough with T.O. doing that. But
no, not fighting the 13th guy though, BVO. He's fighting a guy in the
top 15. That's to be top 15 on the planet.
But it's not. But no, it's not. Well, I disagree with that because the sanctioning bodies make up anything they want. So you can be 2-0 and fighting for a belt your next fight. We've seen that happen with the W, especially with the WBO.
I know you and D3 want to poo-poo the ratings or poo-poo what's going on, but the fact is,
said T.O. was an A fighter.
No,
I bet you D3. What you got him rated as?
T.O.
Yeah.
I got him ranked. Probably he's probably a B plus, A minus.
Yeah. Right. See, I go with A minus. I knew D3 would have a B in there somewhere. So that goes to show you that he's really, really good. So
what do you rate Devin Haney, Free? Let me ask you, what do you rate Devin Haney?
He's an A fighter, easily.
So no, I'm asking D3. Oh no, I'm having my man D3.
Yeah, Josh got him as an A minus as well, like how I got him. So
well, see, the thing is, you know what's so funny, and I gotta say this to my brother Josh and D3. It's funny how you guys give Devin Haney all this credit, right? And he fought Loma 3 years after. He fought him 3 years after T.O. beat him to death. And on top of that, remember this. Remember Devin Haney was saying that Loma was washed up when T.O. fought him 3 years earlier.
I mean, when he fights himself.
Hold on. When he's fighting, he's a tough guy. He's a tough challenger, and he almost lost. T.O. dominated that fight.
Loma is a tough guy.
That fight.
I don't like him.
But what I'm saying is, it's funny how, and it's the thing that gets me, man. People don't like solid people. Whether it's your boy Tank Wahid, whether it's your boy Teofimo Lopez, whether it's Errol Spence, whether it's Deontay Wilder. When you are honest, keep it real type of dude, nobody wants to give you your credit. But if you lie, you play games like Devin Haney does, all of a sudden it's a big deal. And I'm just saying it's disgusting, man. This is what's killing our sport, man. This is disgusting because I remember Devin Haney saying that when Tank was gonna fight Ryan, it's the exhibition. But when he's fighting Ryan, it's a legacy fight. So the hypocrisy is it's disgusting, man. Salute to Bill Haney. I got nothing but love for my brother, but at the end of the day,
I don't know what you're talking about because I didn't say none of the stuff that you said. I didn't say none of the stuff you said. So
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I don't know why you said D3. You give Devin Haney all the credit for fighting Loma. I give T.O. credit for fighting Loma. I give Devin credit for fighting Loma.
Yeah, Josh.
I didn't give one person more credit than the other. I gave both of them credit for fighting Loma.
I'm riding with brother Josh in the chat, man. He said the only reason Loma fought Haney because it was for all the belts. I don't think that Loma realized how good he was. I don't think that he thought
He
that he would
won.
beat it. No, listen, hold on. Listen what I'm saying. I don't think that Lomachenko thought that he would do that good against Devin Haney. A weight drain way beyond 135. Devin
Oh my
Haney.
God.
He caught him vulnerable, and he still lost.
He got robbed.
He did not get robbed. It was a close fight. Devin body shots was the factor.
My
He got
brother D
credited
Free
for
said
the.
it was a
He
draw
got
at best.
okay. That's D Free. I have a different opinion from Brother Free. Devin Haney got credited for body shots. That's why he won that fight like that, bro. Because that's what was going. He was going to town with them body shots, bro.
And see, that's the part that makes me sick, man.
Then be mad at the judges.
The man was 3 years. The man, Tio fought him 3 years before. On top of that, Tio had already moved to 140, became champion against the undisputed reigning lineal champion Josh Taylor, and then Devin fights the guy that he beat to death in Regis Prograde. So it's like at some point, man, we gotta stop the games, man. We gotta stop the cap, man. It's just such bias in boxing, man. But you know your boy BVO, he gonna call it how he see it.
Yeah, and I agree with that too, Josh. Lomachenko let off the gas. That's what he does. He doesn't mash. He doesn't put the pedal to the metal. He don't, bro. He start feeling urgency when it's too late, bro. That's when he starts feeling like, oh man, I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? By then, you in the 10th, 11th round, dog. You cooked. You know what I'm saying? You gave up 6 or 7 of them things. Now, yeah, like he was in his bag against Lomachenko toward the end of the fight. He was in his bag against Devin Haney. But it's up to him to mash the gas, and he didn't do it, bro. So he got smoked. But Lomachenko showed you against Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez that he is a B fighter. He showed you he's B. He's B level competition, bro. He gonna go out here and smoke Kambosos. Kambosos gonna have to be dirty, and Lomachenko gonna smoke him. And then Lomachenko's back on top of the world again. What belt is that for, D Free? They got belts on the line for that, and some vacant belts on the line.
Yeah. It's the
I agree with
vacant.
you too, detail. 100%. Close the show on the 12th. What is it for, D Free? Say it again, Free. You went out.
It's the vacant IBF.
Okay, right. That's right. The IBF. So now Lomachenko, I have a belt at 35, and he's right in there to start unifying and cleaning up 135, bro. I mean, some dogs in 135, you know, but he's still gonna be a player in the game, even at his age. He's still very his IQ. Like I said, if Lomachenko was on fight night, his IQ would be 100. You know what I'm saying?
I
He
mean,
knows his way around the ring, bro. I give
beat
him that.
Lomachenko easy, man.
No, he
And
didn't. No, he didn't.
you see a guy in Devin Haney who almost got stopped. So I mean, and I'm not saying this, you know, I'll try to be as unbiased as I can. You know, it's just, you know what,
I don't remember ever seeing Devin Haney rocked in that fight, BBO. What
11th round. I don't think you was watching the fight. You might have been
I mean, he got I mean, it wasn't a bad buzz. It was one of them fight night champion buzz when you start beeping real quick and then it turn off. You know what I'm saying? It was just, well, I mean, Lomachenko's, like I said, his IQ is 100 to me.
Yeah, I mean, but just going back, you know, I kind of went a little bit off of this, but going back to Errol Spence, I would say this: I'm glad to see he's healthy. I just really want to tell you the truth, and this is me speaking as a true boxing fan, a true fan of Errol Spence. I just hope Errol Spence hangs his gloves up and does something else because boxing is very dangerous, man. And I would hate for something to happen to him, man, or one of his eyes while he's in that ring, man. So if you ask him BBO, I don't ever want to see him in the ring again. I'm gonna ask you this Free real quick, and then I'm gonna ask Prize. Do you think Errol is really gonna, you know, come back to the ring with all these health issues he got going on?
He ain't got no health issue going on.
He just had a detached retina, man, and just had surgery on, just had cataract.
That should be good by now, BBO.
He didn't just have no detached retina. That was last year, or 2 years ago, actually. That was 2 years ago. He had a detached retina. That wasn't last year. That wasn't this
Abner
year.
Mares had a detached retina, never fought again.
That's Abner Mares. He ain't Abner Mares. He fought since his detached retina. So what are you talking about? You act like he
And
had
he
to
got
have a fight since then.
and he got punched in that eye as well.
Yeah,
It was
he
good.
fought since then. But he doesn't have any health issues. And if, like I said, you can't fight unless you're medically cleared, and he must be medically cleared. And from what I see, he doesn't look like he's suffering any nerve damage or anything. He looked like he's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think that
20 on 2.
Fundora and Errol Spence would be a fun fight to watch. I think because Fundora don't mind coming in the phone booth, and Earl gonna be in the phone booth and they try to get to that body on him. And I think Fundora might get beat up if he tries to sit in the phone booth with Earl, because Earl's really good inside that phone booth. So
Did you see that jab that Fedora had?
I was so proud of Fundora. I was so proud of Fundora. Man, could you imagine if Emmanuel Stewart had a hold of Fundora at 54, bro? He would be unstoppable.
He'll be, yeah.
I think he's
There
unstoppable.
won't be nothing to do.
I don't, because he got knocked out. So,
That's boxing.
Fundora, Emmanuel Stewart teaches you how to fight tall. So go out there, baby.
Well, let me ask you this, Marky Dan. So you being a boxing historian, man, when you see him add that jab to his arsenal, did that make you say that this guy Fundora might have something extra in that war chest? What you think?
Oh, absolutely. I liked that he added another dimension with his jab. I mean, it was just constant throughout the whole rounds. There was at certain points where he was just winning rounds because while Zoo was sitting back, he was getting hit with that jab, or Fundora was just being active with it. So I was very impressed with that. And with Errol Spence, that's if he decides not to fight Terrence Crawford. I see Fundora beating Errol Spence. Earl coming off the worst performance of his career, getting his ass absolutely
Mark.
destroyed.
Go ahead.
Errol Spence getting destroyed. Another eye surgery, another long layoff. So I highly favor Fundora in that fight. But I wouldn't mind it. But to me personally, I prefer the Terrence Crawford fight. That's the two best fighters at 154 and 147 right now. Terrence Crawford is the best fighter pound for pound right now. So go ahead and make that fight happen. That's the fight I prefer to see.
I wouldn't say it's a long layoff. It's not even been a year yet. I wouldn't say it's a long layoff. It hasn't even been a year.
It's going to be a layoff. I don't think he's going to fight this summer.
We don't know that. It all depends on when they sign.
Well, that's all I'm saying for you. It's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, but you said it's a long layoff.
It's going to be a long layoff for you. He's not going to fight the ball.
I think Earl busts this guy up. I think Earl busts him up good too, bro.
Well, let me ask you guys this, man. So, if we're being honest here, let me take my hat off on this one. I want us to stop the cap. Errol Spence does not have a chance against Sebastian Fundora. Fundora is fresher, and if that type of jab, and you seen how itty bitty Errol Spence is, you seen that jab that was coming across. There is no way. Let me finish, Free. I'm gonna let you get in on it. There's no way a come forward Mexican style fighter is gonna come past that jab. I'm a Mexican style fighter fan. It's hard to come across the jab when you pressing. We already know Errol Spence is skinny. We know he'll go down, and we know he's been knocked out before. So you trying to tell me a guy like Sebastian Fundora, who's been in some wars? Let's not forget. Erickson Lubin looked like Gumby from Claymation when he fought Fundora. And then let's fast forward. He got knocked out by Mendoza. Mendoza caught him with a good shot. He really did. And then he goes right in there with Tim Tszyu and beat the blood out of his head. So I don't want to play games as if Fundora is some bum. He really could take Errol Spence's life in the ring.
We never said he was a bum, dog. I never said he was a bum. I can speak for myself, but I think that the kind of style that he did show glimpses of his jab. He did use it, but he still resorted back to himself. And I think that he'll go in there and get in a firefight with Errol Spence, a healthy Errol Spence. And I think Fundora will be in trouble, bro. I think it's a good fight, man. I'm not mad at that, but Terrence Crawford deserves to be number one fighting for all the marbles at 154 next.
Let me read this comment real quick. He said, Bentley, salute to my brother Bentley. He said, of course, prize going with the brother Wakanda Forever type.
Wakanda Forever.
Go ahead,
Yo. Did y'all watch the fight Saturday? Because I don't think y'all watched the fight.
I definitely watched the fight because I paid all that money
I watched
for it.
the fight.
So I know I watched it.
If y'all watched
I saw Roman get beat to death.
If y'all watched the fight, y'all know that Fundora was using a jab and he was getting countered over the jab. Fundora's jab wasn't effective until Tim Tszyu got cut and he couldn't see out of one of his eyes. He was being blind by the blood. That's when his jab was effective. Prior to that, his jab got cut in the second round. No, listen what I'm saying. Prior to that, his jab was not effective. He was using it. He was getting countered behind the jab. He was getting countered. That's why his nose got broken. He was getting countered from that jab. That man, if you look at the fight, the person that looked like they got beat up after the fight was over was Fundora. He looked like he was beat up. Tim Tszyu just had a gash in the head from the elbow.
A major gash.
Fundora was the one that looked like he was beat up. So
that was a bloodbath.
Everybody's saying the jab. He used the jab because he realized, oh, he can't see my jab, and so he used the jab. But it wasn't.
Yeah, but you're right though, D3. He was getting countered.
It wasn't because that jab was effective because he was fighting a healthy, two-eye Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu was blind in one eye from the blood.
Man,
free. Stop the cat.
No, he
this
doesn't.
is not tennis. This is a sport of goddamn boxing. I don't care if this man ain't got two eyes. Figure it out. And his jab was hitting him.
I agree with that. But let's be honest. He wears bifocal glasses and he goes in there with no contacts on, bro. So
the man wears
my son wore glasses and when he was playing basketball, he forgot his contacts one day and it really affected him, his game that day. Then he come back out the next night in AAU, because if y'all know about AAU sports, he came out there because I got his contacts, and he was a whole nother player because he could see.
I'll say this. Let me read this. My man Bentley said, boy, what I learned about the fight, Fundora can box and use the jab effectively. And he also countered with his left a lot too. And yes, the cut played a huge factor. He said that cut changed the game, no doubt. 2 rounds not enough for an adjustment, fella. I don't think I would agree with that. I don't know. I know Free is saying that happened, but the thing I think my brother Free got to remember is this: when you see a guy getting beat to death like that, and then Tim Tszyu got so frustrated he started throwing his head like Holyfield and cut Fundora. So I mean, I don't see how Errol Spence, who is not that, I think he got a 72-inch arm reach, going in there with a guy who got an 84-inch arm reach. I don't know how you're gonna get to him. Because
same way Tim Tszyu got to him. Tim Tszyu got a 70 and a half inch arm reach.
What I'm saying is this, and you see what happened to Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu got beat.
Tim Tszyu got hit with an elbow.
I mean, but Tim Tszyu was throwing his head, so we can't complain about somebody getting hit.
I'm not worried about him throwing his head. I'm talking about the punches. I'm not talking about him throwing his head. I'm talking about his punches. Tim Tszyu got a 70 and a half inch arm reach. He was getting to Fundora.
I just don't know, like, if you seen how little bitty Errol was. He doesn't have a chance, man.
I heard you say a lot of people don't have a chance. That's cap, bro. That's cap.
Let me say this. You said you heard me say a lot of things, but you also heard me tell you that Fundora was going to beat Tim Tszyu, didn't you? And what happened?
He was right about that.
As I said, Fundora would have.
Hey, BVO. BVO, what did Earl say? What did Earl say after the Crawford fight? Oh, why you think I was getting hit with so many jabs? I couldn't see him. Shoot, he's still gonna have them same eye problems.
No.
He's gonna still be getting hit by the Fundora jab.
Thank you for admitting what I just said. Thank you for admitting what I just said. Tim Tszyu was getting hit with jabs because he couldn't see him.
He was getting hit with jabs because he couldn't see him. He had the
Yeah,
flag on his
Earl
eye.
gonna be
He
getting hit
couldn't
with
see him.
jabs because he couldn't see him.
That's cat.
Shoot,
Thank you.
let him
Thank
fight
you.
Pandora.
I'm happy you proved my
You're
point. Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. Okay,
Well, let me do this real quick. Let me do this real quick, fellas. I got my guy here, man. This is the Oak Cliff legend right here, man. One of the funniest dudes. They call him Elmo, but I call him Kareem, man. My man Kareem from Dallas, Texas, man. What's up with you, brother?
What's up, man? Oak Cliff in the business. Team Spence, we back on their ass, man.
You see, I had to bring Kareem in here
Kareem come out of nowhere.
because Kareem is confident that Earl has a chance to beat Fundora. What you think about that fight?
Man,
Absolutely.
I was hoping Tim Zoo won, but I had Fondora winning. But I was hoping Tim. I was hoping that he won.
What's wrong?
Hello,
Go ahead.
hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Damn,
Yeah,
somebody
you got that
calling me.
Obama. You got to turn it over.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Damn, they fucked up my
He
phone.
can't hear us.
Oh, okay.
We can hear him. He can't hear us.
He hear us
Hello.
now? Yeah, we hear.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
He can't hear us.
Yeah.
You might have to
Hello?
go out and come back in.
Yeah, come out and come back in. But let me see. Can you hear us, man?
Nah, he can't hear us.
Yeah, you got to turn the Obama phone over. Salute to my man, Josh. He said Earl was an MF lie. That itch was fake. He said, BVO, you got to turn his Obama phone over, shaking my head. But I think the funny thing about it is, man, and I want to definitely get Kareem up here. I don't, and my brother D Free said this about a week ago. He said that he doesn't think Earl's done. Well, I honestly want to know, do you guys think Errol Spence, who is a C+ fighter, is able to come back and fight a guy who's maybe a C+ as well?
Who you call the C+ fighter?
Kareem, what's going on, brother? We got you back
crazy.
here.
Yeah, who the hell you call a C+ fighter?
What you say?
That's what I was
that
trying to figure out. That's what I was trying to figure out. Who you call a C+ fighter?
Fundora.
Hell no, you
And
tripping,
who
bro.
else you say was a C+ fighter?
I said Fandora's a C+ fighter.
No,
You
you're
said
not,
and
bro.
trying
He
to
at
fight
least a
Fandor,
B.
who's a C+ fighter. Who you say was a C+
You
fighter
said Earl
before
and
Fandor?
Pandora.
Oh, my
That's what I
mistake.
thought he said. That's what I thought he said.
My mistake. I meant to say B-. I didn't mean to say C+. My mistake. I meant to say
I
B-.
give
He said
I give Fondora a
he
B+.
said he said D3 can a C+ fighter like Earl Spence come back and beat another C+ fighter? That's what he said.
Damn, you
No.
I meant
disrespectful as hell.
to say B-. That's my fault. That's my fault. I meant to say B-.
That
That's
man
my
is
fault.
not no daggone C+ fighter. He
Earl
ain't
I
no
said
Spence,
B.
B-.
He ain't no
I
B
meant to say B-.
minus. He ain't no B- fighter.
Yeah, that was
Earl,
No,
crazy,
y'all,
BVO.
I keep trying to tell y'all.
I
The more
mean,
y'all put down these fighters, the more you put down a fighter that you really like.
Yeah, good
I really
bars.
Well, I don't like Bud. I respect him.
But
I
you
think
like
he's
his
good.
fight, and you know he can fight. You know he the best.
Now you don't like Bud because I could have sworn you said you do like Bud.
I like to watch him fight, but I'm saying I'm not a huge fan of him. I mean, if
You're
if
not a
it
fan of what Terrence Crawford does inside the ring.
yeah,
yeah,
you're a fan of Ryan Garcia, Canelo
Right. Make it make
Alvarez,
sense. Make it make
Gilberto
sense.
Ramirez, Manuel
Teofimo
Navarrete.
Lopez. Make it make
Yeah,
sense.
here we
it all
go. Here we
makes
go.
sense.
Here we go with this BVO only like Spanish fighters crap again.
hey, do y'all think
But
Earl gonna
Yeah,
get the fight with Fondora though?
Yeah, if Al Heyman wants, if that's what they want to do, because hey, Kareem, keep it a bean. They still Al Heyman in the PBC is still on track to match up Canelo with Earl. They know that would be huge in Dallas or
I'm
you
gonna
know how
tell you
much
Vegas.
like this.
money that'll be Fundor versus Errol and Dallas?
That's
They're not gonna, you know what's funny, and I don't know if you guys noticed, they asked Jerry Jones, about the whole thing. I was watching on First Take, and Jerry Jones said he would be happy to welcome Errol Spence home. Like
No,
so,
I'm gonna tell you like this. It ain't even up to Sebastian Fedor. His manager already said that's the fight that he wants.
I heard what's that dude name on Twitter? The little dude that be having all the inside sources. I just seen he just posted that what's it, Mike Carpentry?
Michael
Uh
Benson.
Yeah, Michael Benson. He had put that the WBO ordered the fight with
Yeah,
him
they
and
did. They
Fondora.
did. They got into the 25th, but that has nothing to do with Earl and Fandor because
So
Fandor could just simply drop the WBO.
you you
He
think
That's
he
still
what
got
he's
to
going
never.
to do.
He got to
That's what
never.
he's going to do.
but do you
Yeah,
you
he's
think he's
still
No,
gonna
got that
drop
we
the
don't
WBC.
know that for a
WBO?
fact.
I
They
don't
was
know.
gonna have to give him a
Gotta wait
bag
and
when
see
he
what
dropped the
happens.
belt.
He
Would you
he
say?
already has
Would you?
he has the WBC. So if he
Yeah,
drops the WBO, he still has a belt.
yeah.
They
And most of
they
those
they
Mexican fighters, they want the WBC belt anyway, so it's not really a big deal anyway.
they looking at the money aspect. It's more money for them to fight Earl in Texas than it is for them to fight Bud in say Vegas or Omaha. It's
Hmm.
more money for them to fight Earl in
It's just a
Texas.
bigger Earl.
You see what Samson came out and said today. He said Fondora, because of his broken nose, won't be able to fight until November.
Yeah.
That's cool. Earl, that
I
Earl will
mean,
be ready by then.
Another
Yeah,
long
Earl
layoff.
better be ready. He ain't fought
that
in
would
about
that
8
would be a
months.
that would be a long layoff. That would be a
I
long
mean,
layoff.
that's what he does. That's what all these guys do. They fight once or twice
Yeah,
a
that's
year,
what
so
he
it's not
did his
nothing
last
new.
fight. He got beat to death.
Hey, you talking like BBO now?
Yeah, I mean, he got beat up. He got beat up because he lost to the best fighter in the world. Ain't no shame in that, bro. That
No, he
don't mean
didn't
he
fight Canelo. What are you talking about? He did not fight Canelo. What are you talking about?
what?
No, Canelo's
Canelo
not the
ain't
You
best
better than
fighter in the
see,
Canelo,
world.
the
you
best
see,
fighter in the
you
world.
see.
Terrence Crawford, Canelo uses performance enhancing drugs in the past.
Oh
Terrence
my
Crawford has
God,
never,
you Wakanda
ever.
dudes, man.
Terrence
Y'all kill me
Crawford
with
has
this.
never got
No,
in trouble with nothing
uh,
like
Yeah,
that.
he ain't
no,
never got caught, but
no,
he working with a known drug dealer.
no. How
Man,
can
that
you say
man, come on, man.
Canelo's the best fighter in the world and you just call that man a duck?
He is a duck.
He did duck. I
The
don't.
I
Two
know.
biggest
things
So
duck
can
of
be
all
true.
time.
if he ducked, that means he ain't the best fighter in the world. Because I don't know the best fighters in the world that duck.
Well, we seen Figueroa
So
Leonard duck
who
Marvin Hagler for a while.
No,
They
Man,
didn't
no, he
fight
he,
to
he
didn't.
their
had a he
30s.
had a 3 year
I saw him
injury.
come off a 2 year layoff and fight Marvin Hagler and beat him.
I
But
thought it
the
was
day
three,
was he
but
ducked
okay,
him and
three,
ducked him
two
and
years.
ducked him. But hey,
No, he didn't. No, he
but
didn't. No, he didn't.
while we got Thomas Hill in the house, hey Tommy Hill, I want to ask you a question, man.
I'm listening, my man.
So now we all know Errol Spence to be a solid dude, right?
That's
So
solid dude.
when we seeing Errol step into this ring and offer to fight a Fondor, how big a payday you think that'll be for Fondor? How much money you think they'll make a black versus Mexican? Is Errol Spence black? I want to double check, or is he Jamaican?
He's
I
Jamaican.
think he is Jamaican, but I'm just saying,
Okay.
he definitely gonna make a lot of money. That'd be the biggest fight he can. I mean, money he can make out of a fight. But I mean, is it the fight that I want to see? I mean, I want to see it because I like Earl, and I want to see how he responds. I don't know, like, if like that fight is really deserving of Earl. I mean, I'm not gonna take away from his body of work, but I mean, for him to get his first fight and it be at that division, and it's a championship, when there are other people over there that's ranked in the
Hey,
division.
I mean, well,
But
let's be honest. Let's be honest. You say a lot of people saying that the fight is not deserving. Sebastian Findor didn't deserve his fight neither.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Who
that's
said
true.
he
But
deserve it,
on a
Stu? Who said he
replacement, who
deserve it?
should have been replaced by him?
No, no,
Who
no,
should
no.
have?
He was already fighting for the WBC vacant. They just added the WBO into it. He was already
Oh,
fighting for the
okay.
WBC vacant. He
Hmm.
didn't deserve his fight. He lost.
Mm-mm.
He got knocked out.
He just got brutally knocked out by a
Oh well.
contender.
Well,
So
Earl got brutally knocked out.
but that's the best. That's
Nah,
just
he didn't
like
get brutally knocked.
that's
He
just
didn't get
like
brutally knocked out. He got
Man, he
brutally.
got
he got stopped.
violently,
No. He got taken
He
viciously
apart.
got
He
beat
got
up.
violent.
taken apart. But he
No, he
got up
definitely
on
got
every
violent.
knockdown, dog. Don't do him dirty like that,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
No
He
matter
definitely
how
got
much he
Man,
violent.
if
look
the
woozy,
referee had let it go, he'd have been on the ground. He'd have been flat on his back, Thomas Hill. And that's just a
He would have
fact.
still.
but
I think
was
that
Way
he
he
how
would have
this
flat?
been.
It's
man was
like
getting beat.
that's like when I
Yeah.
was told that he knocked out that Bud knocked out Porter. Did he knock out Porter? Porter was
I mean,
fighting very
stop.
much like Mike Spence in the fight. Did he knock him out?
He got the stoppage. No,
He
and
got
that's
a
why.
stoppage, and
Stop
that's
him.
Even
what
when the
both of them was
referee,
stoppage.
AT, and even if the referee would have let it go on and didn't jump in there, and Bud dropped Earl again, I guaranteed you Earl would have got back up again.
He probably would have got up, but
He was going to
eventually
get
it was
stopped
gonna
on
be.
his feet. He was going to get stopped on his feet. He was
Man,
not going
y'all
to
want it.
lose.
Y'all want that man to die. That's what that is.
Listen, I'm from Oak Cliff. I'm a big Earl fan. I'm glad the ref stopped it because whoever said that he would have been laying on his back, looking up to the stars. That's exactly what was about to happen to him. And, he was about to get stopped.
I don't deny that. I'm just saying my man got
Violently.
knocked out. My man got knocked out. I mean, Cole Peace knocked out. The dude didn't get
You talking
up.
about Pandora?
I mean, when you think
That's
about
what
it,
it was juxtaposed
Honduras
to.
is a little bit better because, I mean, they're both bad, but Fundora was winning the fight, and then he
He
just got
was.
caught with
He was.
one shot, whereas Earl got absolutely violently beat up.
He
I
got
mean,
beat
it
up.
was
He
like
got beat
another
up.
car crash.
Yeah, he did, but by the number one fighter in
Hold on,
boxing.
hold on, hold on, Mark.
No.
Fundora,
Wait. What he said is absolutely true. What he said, but let's look at the pedigree. My man that said he's from the same city. No, that man getting up, and he gonna keep getting up, and he gonna keep getting up because that's the heart of men in him.
Yeah,
My
but
man Fundora didn't have that
last
option. He
round
got
he was
brutally
done.
knocked out. He wasn't getting up. That's the difference in what I'm saying. That's the difference. All I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, Earl was looking good in the fight. I'm not saying he was acquitting himself well in the fight. I'm not saying, oh, he would have changed and flipped the switch on the fight. I said going into the fight, he didn't look like he was going to do anything in that fight. But what it was his heart showed that I'm going to get up. And that might have been to his detriment because if he would have kept on going, he definitely would have been put in a predicament where he might not get up. Because he couldn't stop anything coming at him.
Can
And
I
he
ask you a
couldn't offer
question?
no
and
resistance.
they
Let me ask
and they
Thomas a
say,
question. Did he quit?
Oh,
Was that considered Errol quitting?
Hell
No, Earl
no.
didn't quit.
Hell no.
Earl
Earl
ain't
was still
quit.
stepping.
Hold on,
Earl was step.
I'm asking. The reason I'm asking.
No, and I'm
But hold
saying
on, let me
no.
finish. Let me finish. The
Right.
reason I'm asking this is because I remember when Ryan Garcia got up,
He
they said
quit.
he quit. When Anthony
The
Joshua
difference.
took a knee, hold on, let me
The
finish.
diff.
When Anthony
The big
Joshua took a
difference.
knee, they said he quit when he fought the
No,
fence.
it's a difference. Earl was stepping to Bud when the referee stepped in. They stopped the fight. They stepped in between two fighters. When Ryan got hit, he stayed down until he said 10, and then he got up. When the other
Okay.
one got hit, he went down. Earl was still
Yeah, hold
standing,
on
and
real quick. Hold
was
on
trying to fight.
real quick, D Free. Somebody gotta mute their TV, bro. It's just too much going on and it's just a
oh,
shitty
that's me.
playback.
My bad. That's me. I'm a Trojan
Yeah.
fan. My bad.
Yeah, no, you good. Just I just don't like because when I listen to the playback, sometimes I be like, damn, why we was doing that.
Yeah, but yeah, Earl was still trying to fight. There's a difference. That's not quitting. Quitting is what Ryan did. He stayed
Right.
down until the man said 10, and then he got
And
up.
then he got the fuck up. Right. Get out of here.
That's a big difference.
Well, you know,
Hey, D Free.
salute to the Falcons, man, because I know my man Thomas Hill
Falcons.
is a chosen fan. The Bowling Green Falcons.
Hey,
Salute to the
D
Bowling
Free.
Green Falcons. But let me ask you guys this real quick. So seeing what y'all seeing from this fight, what's going to happen at 147? Is Bud going to drop his belt, or what is he going to do? Is he going to fight Jerron
I
Hayes
don't
and
know.
become
He
3-star?
gonna
Gonna have to
he
drop
gonna
his
go
belts.
fight another bomb. He gonna fight another bomb that we don't fucking know. And then fucking
That's a
retire.
shame. I don't think that he'll fight a bum Kareem, but what he needs to do is he needs to just go ahead and stop being so stubborn. Because the way I don't know if he is like that, but what I'm looking out on from the outside, looking at that whole situation with Terrence Crawford, it looks like he's hard to deal with, bro. I'm like to do business wise. So he needs to just come up off the high horse, like Charlo said, take less money. You know what Charlo said? But he needs to just chill. Go ahead, sign the 3 fights. Forget all that free agent stuff. There's no way around the welterweight and the 100 and the junior middleweight.
He got to sign
Al
with
Heyman,
PBC.
Al Heyman runs the welterweights and the junior middleweights. So Bud just need to go and get down with the 3 fights. At least he can make some money. But see, Al and them, and then y'all, and then Free or BVO, y'all told me that. Pardon me. Y'all told me that Terrence Crawford made a statement about how he finessed Al Heyman. Now he's really at the back of the line. I don't know what's going on with Terrence Crawford. He might be cooked out here, bro.
Well, let me ask you this, Tommy Hill. And I want to ask you this, and I want Marky Dan, and then I'm gonna have Free, and now everybody else can go. I want to know this, man. When you see a guy like Errol Spence blatantly ducking Bud Crawford, does that hurt his legacy at all? What you think, Michelle?
You said what?
By going up to Fundora, I feel like that's ducking Bud. Why is he not fighting Bud at 47?
Because he's not fighting at 47. What are you talking about?
Bud said he would give him his get back at 47. What I'm trying to figure out is why doesn't he go to 47?
He cannot make 47.
He barely making weight. On top of that, come on,
he cannot
BVO.
make 47. That's
No,
the reason why
I'm asking. I'm not trying to say nothing. I'm seriously asking.
Listen, BVO. Bud said, I will fight Earl again at 47. Earl said, I cannot make 47. I told you I had one fight at 47. He stayed there for Bud. He said after the fight was over, I hope I can fight him in the rematch at 54. He cannot make 47. So why are you saying he's ducking by going to 54?
And BVO knows these things. I don't know why you letting BVO get you on. Like, he knows that.
No, because BVO
said that Earl should have been out of welterweight years ago.
He not getting me messed up, but BVO asked these dumb questions, and we got people that listen to this daggone podcast on the replay, and he wonder why he don't have views like that. Because he asked these dumb questions.
No. I don't think that's what it is. I think you went.
Yeah, I don't know what I think that.
I think that it's a small channel, because I see channels with hundreds of thousands of views that get about the same damn views that we get. So I don't want to say it's that. I wanted to say it's a small channel. It's on its way up, and I think that eventually that we will get. Hold on, Free. I think that that's gonna draw the people. They're gonna want to come up here and challenge.
I'll say this.
I'm not talking.
I get what you're saying, probably, but let me just say this, man. Salute the Free.
Yeah.
I guess that's a shot at me, but we got 1.3 million views in 14 months. So I mean, am I where a lot of guys who've been on YouTube for 10 years at? No, but I'm gonna get there.
For sure.
Yeah, you gonna get there, but
just
think about this. There was a time when we were doing this YouTube, since we want to talk about views and stuff. I was doing this in my truck. I just got done speaking to Noah Ashley, a 3-time Golden Glove champion, 2-time national champion. I've talked to Brian Glaze Gibbs. I've talked to Rocking with Ken, who has over 200,000 2,000 followers on Instagram. So at the end of the day, man, for a small channel from Cleveland, man, with no major backing, I'm gonna have Coach Kenny on this show on Wednesday. So the views will come. If we keep doing what we're doing, it'll come. So
they definitely gonna come.
I don't know what you're saying on that, Free, but I get
that
was some bullshit, Free. Real rap.
It's a clear duck. Espinoza said Crawford agreed to 154. Spence didn't want the fight. I mean, that's the same thing I heard. I heard the same thing, but
I ain't hear that like that.
Terrence Crawford said that he didn't want to fight because it was a waste of time. I
never heard Terrence Crawford. I never heard Errol Spence say he couldn't make 47.
He been, bro. Come on, bro. You know that, say what? Bro. He been like saying that shit.
Right. When he went into the fight, he said he couldn't make 147 no more.
Well, we all knew he couldn't. AT, but you looked at him in his eyes that we knew that he couldn't make one. I never wanted him to fight Terrence Crawford at 147. I said Errol Spence is gonna get fried if he. I said it to myself because I stayed neutral on air, but behind the scenes when me and BVO first got up or whatever, I used to tell him the truth on the phone. And, I was like, I'm going to stay neutral, but this is how I really feel. Because, like, you my man, I'm going to tell you how I really feel. But on the air, I'm going to stay neutral with this shit. Because I like both of them. I really do. And I stayed neutral on our first shows. And you can go back, way back, when BVO started the channel. Me and him, I was being neutral.
Oh, no, you solid, bro. I believe you.
No, I'm just telling. I'm telling the people that's going to listen to playback.
I ain't going to lie. That kind of irritated me, that comment. But I'll say this, man. When it comes to BVO boxing, man, I didn't know anybody in boxing. And We talking about 1.3 million views in 14 months. People not doing that. That's not an everyday thing.
That's a fact.
65,000 on videos about boxing, man. So I
That's a
don't
fact.
know. I don't know where that came from, but we keep going. Go ahead.
That was
And
some
my
bullshit.
ninja, you still don't know anybody in boxing, dog.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
keep it real right now. I'm just messing with you, dog.
Hey, but that being said,
That was funny. That I mean, you set yourself up, but that was a good one.
no, it's cool because the thing I'm saying is this, man. There's a lane for boxing, and I don't have to kiss a hotel. I don't gotta beg nobody. I
Just
don't
say
gotta
Hey,
get
whatever
that's
the
a
down with
fuck you want to
fact.
nobody.
say on this channel.
You know,
That's a
who
fact.
came?
The
Hey,
nigga got the
I'm gonna tell you this.
nigga got a sponsor, smoke shop. I
Yeah,
forget y'all name, but shout out to them because when
shout
I
out to the
pull up,
smoke shop.
I'm gonna grab
Shout
some
out,
Delta 8 from y'all niggas. It is what it
Shout out
is.
to the slow spot, baby.
yeah,
Shout out to the smoke shop.
shout out to the smoke shop right there on West Market. If you're in the Akron, Cleveland area, definitely stop by the
Go
smoke
take
shop.
me.
It just for me, it's almost laughable when you hear somebody say stuff like about views, where at the end of the day,
That shit
all we gotta
whack. Cause
do,
YouTube be doing shit about niggas' views anyway. So
yeah.
I don't think that shit accurate anyway because I didn't watch the show this channel and it said no views. And how the fuck is it no? Excuse my language. What time is it? 10:30.
Are we good to go?
Excuse my.
We have to have.
But how is it
You
no
got fair
views when
use.
I was viewing the show? How you telling me it's no views when I go look and I go click on it and it says BVO Boxing no views? How? We had tons of
It's
comments.
because
YouTube said you wasn't nobody.
it's no views prior to you watching it. That's from before
Like
you
so, because
watched
it's
it.
a lie.
No, it's
Live
no
is
views
done.
prior
Shouldn't
to
the
you
numbers?
watching.
So when a live is done, I'm asking because I don't know.
No, it's after you finish watching it, and then it will show how many
You.
views it has. It's prior to you watching. Prior to you
So
watching it, there was no
so if
views.
5 people is watching us right now, if we end this live stream right now, it'll say
It's
5
gonna
views,
say,
right?
it's gonna say five views. Now
Stop right there. Now stop right there. Stop right there.
listen,
Stop right. I
listen,
want to ask you
listen.
another question.
When he loads it up on his channel, it's gonna be no views that was rewatched. Like we watched it live. There was 5 people watching it live.
That was my
After that,
question.
those lives get
High power, D3.
those views get moved from what was viewed. It goes from what people are watching after he loads it onto the channel. So when you see it right after this live is over, and you go back and try to rewatch it, it's going to say no views. By the end of the day or the next morning, you'll see the views on there. So it's no views from the rewatch. It's not. It's
Yeah, that
even
makes
views
sense.
on the
Because
live.
I don't know
There's no
how
views
this.
from the rewatch.
I don't know how
I
it
didn't know
works
either.
like that.
Yeah, I didn't
All I
know
know
either.
is this. All I know is this. BVO Boxing. I remember he didn't have 1,000 followers, and to see him come this far, but he's made a couple. No, not just him. We made a couple of mistakes in the past because we wasn't uneducated of how YouTube works, so we got kind of set back. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
So
like
now you
that.
got to win a formula.
Yeah, I feel like the channel is gonna just take off like every other fucking channel on this shit. It's some whack ass channels, it's some monkeys, but this channel is kind of like all over the place. You can come up here. A lot of people don't let you come on
Niggas
their
say six
show.
niggas for it.
You can come up here and say what you gotta say, and it is what it is, bro. And we ain't got no beef with none of y'all, you know. And if we do got beef with one of y'all, you know, it is what it is. But I think that the channel gonna from where I started watching this channel at, where it only had 100 subscribers to 2.5, I think that shit's incredible. And he got a 1.4 mil. That shit crazy to me.
Yo, and he got an excellent mix of characters, bro. I'm not calling y'all characters, just the mindsets which you guys come and approach and bring. It's an excellent mix, man. You gotta
And
have
it's
that
not,
as well too.
and it's not, and it's a channel too where, you know, there's just multiple things going on in this channel. So when you turn on this channel, you might see BVO and D3. You might see Prize Fighter and Marky Dan. You might see Prize and D3. You might see T up. It's like Sports Center. So y'all got to catch up.
But you gonna see some
And
fireworks.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna go back to boxing.
BBO done dropped off.
Shout out to like that. He said, "Time
BBO,
to
did
take
you
care
get
of
in
business."
your feelings, my ninja? You get in your feelings, my ninja?
Nah, he ain't in his feelings. But did y'all see for Mel Moten I think the boy, I don't want to call him a boy. I think the kid, the young man, can take a shot. That guy
Oh,
clocked
he
him with some
definitely
good
can
right
take it.
hands.
Hey, y'all,
He,
hold
He
on real
walked
fast.
through
Look at
that
my,
shit.
look at my camera, y'all.
Camille?
Yeah, I just got
What?
this in the mail today. Autograph.
Word? Shit, how you
Yeah.
do that?
He got the link on his
Shit.
Instagram. I
Word?
just ordered it. Yeah,
Shout
it's
out to
autograph.
Kareem. Y'all go follow Kareem Boxing. His shit be goofy on there.
Man, I ain't posting no video in
Man,
over a
post some
year.
shit. So what?
yo, Kareem, who was that? I couldn't see. I'm on my
That was
phone. Who was that?
Carmel.
That
That was
nigga.
dope, Kareem. Run that
That
little
little nigga was Kareem. Damn, he
nah.
looked yoked on that damn thing.
Yeah, I know that nigga like a wrestler. But hey T,
Hell
did you
yeah.
see them right hands he got hit with?
Oh man, he got a hell of a chin because he got hit with some stuff that would drop
God.
most folks.
What?
Hey, how
Man,
y'all
nah.
think Molden will match up against Roland?
Man, I honestly, bro, that boy Moten got skill set, man. I don't know if it's too early to give him
He
that
too big.
fight.
He too big for Rolly. Too big for him.
Yeah,
Carmel's
he
at
is too big.
120
But
something.
I'm gonna be honest with you with as far as Rolly. Rolly needs some time off and he need to reset.
Yeah.
He need to reset because right now what he's doing is lending himself. It's just like opening, saying hello to left hands.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Hey,
let,
Left
bro,
hands
I'm
just
not.
hold
I'm
on,
not
can
a
I,
big. I'm
hold
not
on,
a big
can
Rolly
I put something
Romero
on the
fan.
screen for y'all real quick? Let me put something up on the screen for y'all. So let me move this comment off here.
Oh, y'all done pissed BVO off.
Yeah, if
Nah,
we talking about
D
what
Free
BVO,
said
even
some
on
nut ass shit though. Hey,
this
D
is
Free,
from
that
come on,
was
man. I
some
December.
like
nut
the
ass
color
shit
though.
though.
This is
I
from
like that.
December. We did 1.1 million views, likes 29, almost 30,000. We uploaded 1.2 million, 1.1200 times. We had 3.3 comments. Highest video for last year was 65,000. So I don't know about us not getting no views, man. Salute to my brother D Free. I'm
Nah,
sure he was
fuck
joking,
that.
but
Nah, I ain't saluting that nigga Free right now.
yeah, that was
That shit was some bullshit.
hey,
Fuck out
but
of here.
we doing
I'm
our
the
thing,
soldier
Salute
man.
to
on
the
this
good brother
channel.
D
You know
Free.
what? I'm the soldier. I fuck with D Free. I'm just saying that was some bullshit. I'm the soldier
Oh
Hey,
on
no,
this
I'm
channel.
gonna go back. Is it on?
I'll go crash out on any one of you niggas because I don't got nothing to lose on this shit. BVO made me do this shit. So I'll crash out real quick.
I mean, but I don't know.
Like that.
Not no real life beef shit outside of YouTube.
But no,
Let me make that clear.
I get what people say. But you know what? Like my grandmother said, two people will tell you the truth: children and someone that's upset. But the
and a
cool thing
drunk
is this.
motherfucker.
Man, I kind of felt bad for Rolly, man. That nigga was so stuck at the end of that fight. He didn't know what to say, bro. Like
Yeah,
the people was booing him, but he gotta understand though. The Mexican was, Isaac Cruz had won the arena over. Isaac Cruz won the arena over, bro. Even with that good main event, Isaac Cruz. You know what? I changed the way I feel about him. I don't hate him as much as I do. He showed a good chin because Rolly was clocking him with right hands. He can't beat nobody that can move and can box, still to me. But
yeah, for
I
sure.
want to see him fight next again. I'm excited for him. I got a little bit of I don't know what the word to call it is, but you know what? He cool. You know what I'm saying? I know X hate him too, like how I hate him. But I don't hate him as much no more, X, because he put on a great performance. I know it's against Rolly, but the way he had the crowd, that shows signs of a star.
Yeah,
Hey,
He's on his way. So shout out Eastside Cruz. Congratulations to his family. His life has changed, and shout out to Eastside Cruz. I can't wait to get your ass whipped by
I
one of the
can't wait
so
till
Americans.
Devin Haney. I can't
Oh my
wait till
bad,
Devin
Kareem. Go
Haney
ahead.
get his hands on him and get
Whoop
his
his
ass.
ass.
Devin Haney.
One of the Americans whoop him.
He got to put
Devin
Devin
Haney.
Haney on him.
Nah, I think Devin Haney
I
gonna go
want to
after
put
Matias.
nah. You know
Hopefully,
what? Exactly, T. I want to put Devin Haney on Matias because
But
that
Cruz
nigga
got a belt.
Matias is a walking punching bag, bro.
Matias got to go.
Which one he
Yep.
got?
he said
The
that
WBA.
everybody surpassed the core. He's literally an afterthought.
No.
I think you got to think about it like this, though.
IBF.
I'll
Kareem.
say this. I'll say this. The thing you got to think about when you're talking about these guys, these younger guys fighting, Shakur had a bad performance, man. That doesn't make him a bad fighter. I mean, Floyd has off night. At the end of the day, my thing is this: I give Shakur a lot of credit for having an off night and still winning. I mean, Marky Dan said it best, man. A lot of guys have an off night and they get beat to death.
Yep.
But Shakur to have an off night and still to be able to become a three division champion. I mean, we got to get a kid some credit. The thing is, Shakur's got a big mouth and he's not likable. So let's not mistake him not being likable as him being an afterthought. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of people that you like more. Like people like Errol Spence. I'll be honest. When I see Errol Spence, you can see the energy in the building change. I don't know if you guys noticed. Errol Spence was all smiles. It made the broadcast feel exciting. Am I wrong? Did y'all feel that same energy when he came in the
I
house?
definitely felt the energy from
When
Errol Spence.
you see Errol come in the house, I mean, he shut everything down. It was like on
Yes, he did.
It was a superstar in the building.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
I felt
So
the
the
energy.
piggyback.
Go ahead,
So to
T.
piggyback off of you, in the 140-pound division, who is the biggest star? I ask you that.
Tank Davis.
No,
But he
Tank
ain't
Davis
even
fight at
140 right now.
135.
I'm talking
Who
about
fought at
in actually
140?
fighting.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Devin Haney.
he ain't
I
currently
say
fighting.
I say
Devin
Devin
Haney.
Haney.
I would say
Devin
Theo.
Haney?
I would say
Yeah.
Theo.
You think Devin Haney is packing out stadiums?
Oh no
He's,
no 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 no
but
no no
he
no
might.
no.
But
I
listen,
I think
T.
guarantee
Theo the
you.
best
All right, real
fighter.
quick though, T. Real quick. The fighter fights Devin Haney, they make the most money. So that got to count for something. He's one of the money men in
Yeah,
boxing. You got
No,
Canelo, you got
no slight on,
Gervonta, you got Earl, and you got Devin.
no slight on Devin
Joshua.
Haney.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. My
You
bad. Go
got,
ahead. My
you
bad.
know, I
Oh,
don't got to run down the list.
let Tommy say something, man. Go ahead.
No, that's
No,
what I
no,
said.
no.
Go ahead, T. You know
No,
the list of money
I'm
men.
not slighting on him. I'm just saying in a division where they got a lot of great fighters, but not a lot of great names, like nobody with like star power.
Oh,
I'm
Ryan would be a
thinking if
number. Ryan would be number one at 140.
okay, so if Ryan
Hell no.
Ryan got the biggest
Ryan who?
opportunity. He
Hell
got the
no.
biggest opportunity
He said
because he's
who's the
going
biggest
He
against
ain't
star?
do shit in his last fight, T. Where was the million
he.
views and the million pay-per-views or ticket sales and all
Oh,
that? He
I hear
made how
you.
much he made? D3 got is the number guy. How much did he
I hear.
make D3 if he's still out there? D3, what did he do his
No,
gate in his last fight without Tank? Ryan.
I hear you. That's why I say if he can beat Devin Haney, he can definitely elevate his star. But right now, I think Pitbull brings the most star power to the
Hell no.
to the. I think so. I think
I ain't dig
especially
Ryan like
think
that. I ain't
what if he
doing that.
fight Big Watch Barroso, or if he fight Russell, or if he fight Matias. Man, those some big fights that people will want to check
Yeah,
out.
no doubt. Those would be good fights, but he ain't no star
Well,
over Devin Haney.
I
Oh,
don't.
he
I
brings
don't.
the
He ain't
I
even
don't.
Mexican
more
fans, bro.
I
let me,
don't think. I don't think Ryan is a bigger draw than Devin Haney. I think Ryan was. Um. He was viewed
A
as a
spectacle.
bigger star because him and Tank did 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. But I don't think he's a bigger star than Devin Haney because if he was such a big star, he wouldn't have only did $1 million on the live gate at his last fight. He would have did more than $1 million. He did a lot more than $1 million. Now you know.
That's a
Do you
fact.
know how? Do you know how little you sold to just do $1 million? Like he wasn't fighting in no small arena to just do $1 million.
Where was
He was
that fight
fighting in a
at,
nice
it was
D3?
size
in
arena.
Texas. It was in Texas.
Yeah, he was fighting in a nice size arena, and
But
all
he
he
was in
did was $1
Texas.
million. It doesn't matter.
He
He's
wasn't on
closer
the
to
West Coast.
he was closer to the Mexican fan base. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? He's not. He's not
He's
from. That's not where his
Mexican.
fans are. He's from
He's
California.
Mexican. Yes, his fans is in Texas. He's Mexican. What are you talking
Right.
about?
One thing I'll tell you, because I get a lot of people that come on the channel all the time. His people are not Mexicans. There a lot of them are women. He has a lot of women fans.
Yeah.
Ryan is kind of different, where he might not have the credibility that people say, but Ryan's doing Gatorade commercials with Damian Lillard, and just signed a big deal with Prime. Just did a deal with what's that watch company, Tom, that they got out there, man? You know I'm talking about, the one, the NBA watch.
I'm not doubting that he's marketable. I'm not doubting that he's marketable. I said he's not a bigger draw than Devin Haney.
I'm not doubting that he's marketable.
I agree with that, D Free. I don't think that he's a bigger draw. He might
he
got
could
more
be,
following, but
I
when
mean,
it comes to boxing, it doesn't add up with the gate and all that don't add up.
Yeah,
So
I mean, you could be,
Devin Haney in a commercial. That's the thing.
no, it
yeah,
doesn't
but
matter.
see, that
This is
don't
what I'm
matter.
saying.
Floyd didn't
That's
have no
marketing.
endorsements. BVO. Floyd had 0 endorsements. Nike, nobody gave Floyd any endorsements, and he still was the richest, the biggest,
That's
that
what I'm
sold
saying.
out the most gate. It didn't matter about who backed him. He was backing himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you
Ryan
can be
doesn't
be marketable and not be a big draw.
It doesn't You can be marketable and not be a big draw. That's a good point. Basically, took the words out of my mouth.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But I'll ask you guys this, just to kind of get back into it. I want to know, and I really want to hear from everybody. I'm a mute it after I say this, let everybody get their bars up on this one. Did you guys feel the energy when Errol walked in the building? I can say that it was electrifying when he came into the door. And one thing I know Marky was kind of getting on Errol, but say what you want about Errol, man. The dude's a real life star. When he came in that building, I mean,
people, they was happy as shit.
Everybody was. I seen him taking pictures with little kids. I seen him just doing everything. Even if you look at Fandora's face, I don't know if you guys realize Pandora was like almost in awe. He couldn't believe Errol was right there in front of him.
He was starstruck.
I want to hear y'all opinion on that. Did y'all feel the energy when Errol came in? Go ahead.
I'll let T set it off. I'll go last, and then D Free, and then the rest of the brothers. I'll go last.
I think you definitely felt the energy in the ring, but I mean, it's somebody that people are looking forward to see. It's still a fan favorite that gets in the ring, and somebody that with that affiliation, the people that put together the fights, he's one of the bigger draws. So they definitely had the energy kick up when he came in the ring, and I mean, it's good to see him happy and looking well. So hopefully, it just carries over into the fight, man. Because unfortunately, it got to transition over into the fight. If it doesn't, then it's just goes for show. So we'll see how everything goes. But it definitely was a kick up and a boost of energy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the piggyback off of what Thomas said, yeah, he's definitely a fan favorite, and that's to show you how much of a draw he is. He's still potentially the bigger draw between Bud and Earl. He's still the bigger draw, and we don't know that for a fact until they have their fight and we see what the numbers do. But potentially, he's still the bigger draw because he's a fan favorite. He caters to the fans. Bud doesn't do that. Bud don't cater to the fan. Now he does do interviews and he does do autographs and stuff like that. But he's not outgoing like Earl is, and that's why Earl is so liked over Bud, because Earl does a lot for the fans, and so that's why when you see Earl come in the room, everybody get excited and they up on their seat because they know somebody in here that's actually love his fans. Earl actually love his fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
go ahead, Marky. It's Marky. Marky might be asleep. Go ahead. Go ahead, Prize. My bad.
No, that's cool. I'll jump in. I think that I agree with all of y'all that Earl, when he comes in the room, he lights it up. BVO, you nailed it. The energy is crazy when Earl come in the room. He still is so likable, and the reason why Errol Spence is so likable, because in his, some years ago, whatever, he's tapped into the hood. And what I mean by the hood is the YouTube boxing community. He's tapped in with multiple channels, bro. And he represents his people, and he just has it. You know what I mean? So much where Terrence, what he do is he go do them interviews with them people. He would barely come check in the hood. We the hood. When you come on these channels, I ain't gonna start ripping off channels, but y'all brothers on this panel, y'all know what channels I'm talking about. Earl probably tapped in the hood. That's the hood, bro. Terrence don't tap in the hood. He go to Fight Hype. He go to Boxing Hub. He go to them big joints. You know what I'm saying? He don't come to the hood. So people was like, yo, that's whack. You know what I mean? But Earl, Devin, you know what I mean? They come tap into the hood, bro. They rock with us. They'll interact with you. you go to certain channels, Bill Haney in the chat. This nigga in the chat like a regular dude. You don't, what I'm saying? Jerron Ennis, very likable guy. He got the whole city behind him in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Terrence got Omaha, but that shit kind of weird and it's kind of different to me. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't, and I like Terrence Crawford. I don't think nobody can beat him. He don't come check in the hood, bro. He don't, bro.
I mean, I would agree with that, but one thing I just want to piggyback or not piggyback, I want to bring up too as well is I don't know. It was funny how even Danny Garcia got drugged out the dungeon and got some air yesterday. And you know what's so funny? I don't even know if Danny Garcia is even relevant to boxing right now. But I'll say this: it was funny seeing Danny Garcia. It was funny seeing Earl. And I just tell you know what? There's only a few guys in boxing that got a fan base.
that was cap.
Hold on. What do you mean?
What you said about Danny?
Well, that they bought him back out.
Well, Danny goes to fight. They
no. What I'm saying is he's not really relevant anymore.
No, I agree with that.
Fighting. I mean,
he got a lot of things going on outside of the ring.
I'm not saying that. I don't want to get into.
But you're right though.
I'm giving you an example that he's not even relevant anymore, and he was out there. But it's a few guys, and I'm a namer, and I want you guys to disagree with me if I'm wrong. It's only a few guys that got a real fan base in boxing. That would be Tank Wahid. That would be Canelo Alvarez. That'll be Errol Spence. That'll be Anthony Joshua. That'll be Deontay Wilder. That'll be Inoue. And it's funny, those 6 fighters I named get the most hate. And it's because they have fan bases. And if you think about it, Errol Spence and Tank Davis are probably the biggest stars in boxing under heavyweight. And both of those guys are with the PBC. And we all, if I'm watching it and feel the energy, can you imagine being in a building?
Man,
Earl came in there.
Boy, you would have felt that electricity. Like you said, man, Earl go out, he extra with the fans. He interacts with the fans. You know what I'm saying? He interacts with YouTube channels. He knows that this is where the media is. He understands the assignment. To where Terrence Crawford is called his little YouTubers and them niggas don't know nothing, he shit on us. You know what I'm saying? Well, Earl will come do interviews with multiple niggas, multiple channels. You know what I'm saying? And Terrence just doesn't. So there's where Earl, because you be in a chat with Earl and your question might get asked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Steve Creek. So, you being close to me, one of the most talented guys in boxing at one time. So when you should see Mr. Gary Russell out and about, and one thing I know about him, he was the same kind of way.
Another one.
Did you feel that? Did you ever feel that energy when you seen Mr. Gary come out? Because I noticed like it don't matter, especially when he say, "What's going on, shorty?" Whenever you say that,
yeah, Gary's another one. He interacts with the fans too.
Yeah. Did you feel that kind of energy when you was out there with Gary? I'm sure you ran with Gary before.
Yeah, it's the same with all of them, mainly Mr. Gary and Antoine. Antonio, he gets love too, but Mr. Gary and Antoine are the 2 biggest names out of the family. But yeah, I mean they get love anywhere they go. They ain't got to worry about nothing when they walk around the city. Everybody know who they are. So anywhere they go, they well protected. That's why that whole thing that broke off at St. David's playing, that whole stadium was on Antoine and Gary's side. They was like, nah, ain't nothing happening to them. They good. They good.
You know the funny thing about it, people don't understand. Like when you heard, I think it was Gary Antoine that was kind of, I think the words that I heard was that he told Meek Mill, you'll go night if you keep playing with me. I don't think people understand. We talking about a professional boxer. If you don't have a baseball bat, it's gonna be pretty tough to beat him.
Well, I guarantee you the Dream Chasers are gonna pull up with the straps. But in a fight, Gary will destroy Meek Mill because I don't know if y'all seen Meek Mill hitting the bag.
Bro, I will whoop Meek up, bro. I mean,
yeah, I feel like I can take him myself. Because the way he was hitting that bag, I was like, bro, ain't no way. But and same thing with Rick Ross. I feel like I could whoop his motherfucking ass. So when I see him in the bag, I said, ain't no fucking way that maybe I don't know how tall he is. I don't even care about none of that shit.
I don't
His
give a
punches
fuck.
pack zero power, bro.
Well,
I
let me
would
ask
be.
y'all this. Let me ask y'all this too, and I want to hear from everybody on this. When you see a guy like Devin Haney continuously going at a guy like Tank, and I really wanted to get into this. Do you guys think it's just jealousy? Because there's a theory that I heard, and I kind of agree with it. I don't know who made up this theory, but I've heard it a bunch of times. I feel like Devin Haney feels like Tank stole the career that he's supposed to be having, because I can't think of a time. It's almost impossible now for Devin Haney not to bring up Tank, and I just think it's disgusting. I think
Him
at
and
the
his
end of the
daddy.
day, go ahead.
I said him and his daddy.
Yeah, they just bring up Tank every fight, and I'll start off with Tommy and Free, and then I'm gonna go to Kareem and Pride. I just want to know, and you guys' opinion, when you see guys purposely like clout chasing, I think that's the word the kids use. I wonder, is Devin Haney doing this to Tank just to kind of steal some of his shine, or is it just pure jealousy and hate? Go
Now,
ahead,
I
Mr.
think it's
Hill.
still his shine.
What you think, Mr. What you think, Thomas? I know you're the philosopher on the channel. What you think, bro?
I think it's a little bit of envy, but I think it's do whatever it takes to get your name buzzing. Bottom line, like people in a time where everything is on the phone, it's likes, comments, and subscribes, clicks, and giggles. You got to create something that's going to get somebody to watch you, get your eyes on you. Now, of course, he was the fighter. He was the in-house fighter on that last spar session, the one that he whooped up on Tank. But somehow after that spar session, Tank left out on a world cruise around the world in a yacht, on a plane, and shopping sprees. And then next thing you know, he is the star. That gotta not sit well with him. So yeah, there may be a little bit of envy there, but also it's about, hey, what do I do to keep my name buzzing? And he does and says what he got to do to keep his name buzzing. And in and around that division, the name that's always buzzing, the main name hovering on the marquee is Tank Davis. So we got to get at him. We got to use him. We got to buzz off of him. But what I do is pay attention to what they do in the work in the ring. Ultimately, that's where this stuff will be settled in the ring.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think it's envy or hate or anything like that. I think what it is Devin knows that Tank Davis is a star. But Devin also know that Tank Davis is one of the best, and Devin wants to show everybody that he's the best. And if he goes out there and he's able to beat Tank Davis, not only have you beat who everybody believe is the best or one of the best, but you also beat somebody who everybody look at as face of the sport. So it puts him up there with the because I mean, let's be honest. Devin Haney is not the drawing power that Tank Davis is. Now Devin Haney can sell, but he can't sell nowhere the drawing power of Tank Davis. Now if Devin Haney go out there and beat Tank Davis, like Pride said already, they already tapped into the YouTube world. They already tapped into all of these other large platforms. Bill Haney's already putting Devin name out there everywhere. So if he goes out there and beats Tank Davis, Devin Haney can possibly become that star that Tank Davis is. So I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's pretty much Flash won his spot. That's what it is. Flash won his spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's jealousy. I just think he wants to prove to everybody he's the best. And so
But Flash was
that's
with
how I look at
the
it.
wasn't Flash with the Ebony Spark?
Yeah, he was with Ebony Spark.
Yeah, he was. My man was on the heartbeat. Why he on his spot, man?
Yeah, but he
He,
wasn't part of the five heartbeats though.
yeah,
He wasn't the lead
exactly. Them
singer of the five
heartbeats make the
heartbeats.
life happen.
I
My
think
man
Devin
want to get
Haney
his.
going. I think Devin Haney is not jealous because he's very comfortable. No, he's not rich as Tank. Tank been fighting longer than him, or just as longer than him. You know, Tank was tied into Mayweather and all kind of stuff, so he had extra privileges that Devin didn't, have. You know, some people would say that Tank hasn't been through the blender like Devin Haney has, and you can argue their resumes. I think that Devin Haney, like what Free said, that he wants that spot. and he's such a savage that he would actually go in there and fight Tank, and there's a good chance that he could beat Tank. Now, whether he can do it or not, we don't know. We got to see the fight. You know my motto: let's see the fight.
I know
But
Tank. I know Tank
Devin
had to put a
is
rehydration
still,
clause on him.
yeah. And then
Yeah, one
see,
more time.
yeah. He said that Kareem basically said, the weight rehydration clause, the
I know. I'm just
rehydration clause.
saying he better put it on Devin.
If he doesn't,
Devin
he gets. I
Devin
think he's
came in like
outboxed.
160 pounds against Regis,
Man,
bro.
and Devin was a middleweight in there, bro.
Nah,
And Devin
bro.
doesn't even know if he's gonna fight at 140 next because, like y'all said,
Well,
Terrence is going to 147.
oh
You got
no,
Deron Ennis kind of out there.
actually,
Like Devin can actually run welterweight. If
what Bill said, I don't know how true it is. I don't know. I'm just going by what he said. I can only go by the man's word, and we'll find out if it's true or not. What he said was after they finish with Ryan, they get past Ryan, they coming for T.O. That's what they said. So we'll see.
I want
T.O.
to see them.
T.O.
I
don't
want to
want to
see them
fight.
in the four. I
Are
want to
you
see
out
the
your
four.
mind? Still hurt him, man.
Man, T.O. don't want to scratch. He had the opportunity to fight Devin. He would go get beat up by Cambosis.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Let me
Hold on.
let me read
Before
a couple of these
go ahead.
let me read a couple of these comments. Like that said, BVO Boxing, you supposed to want to be the best. Then like that again said, but y'all won't make the argument for Shakur though. Then Darius Gillard said, Gillard said, not at the interview bringing up the names, and then like that back again said, no weight hydration clauses. I feel you on that. They should just run it straight up, but that's not gonna happen. Because
If
Floyd
I'm
and
Tank,
PBC,
I'm bringing Devin back to 35, and I'm putting a
then
rehydration clause on his ass.
there's gonna be no fight because Devin can't make 135. He looked
Hey,
like a Skeletor against
well,
Cambosis. We didn't get to see what he looked like against Lomachenko
listen.
because they
Okay,
didn't do
well,
same day weigh-ins. It was all kind of shit that normally don't happen in boxing with that fight happen. You know what I mean? We
if
didn't see Devin. We didn't when we
So you
seen
saying
Devin, he
Devin
was still.
cheated?
I'm not saying Devin cheated. I'm saying that Devin probably looked so crazy he didn't want nobody to see that, and it wasn't happening. He was the star, and it ain't happening.
Well,
You know what I
Devin
mean?
Haney
So
said he want to be undisputed at 140. And you know
how's
the funny
that?
thing about it,
We'll
he
see.
he was saying T.O.'s name, and if we honest here, and I want Thomas Hill and D3 to break this fight down, like honesty. You could just kind of see the fear whenever Devin talks about T.O., he always kind of gets like that nervous energy. I don't know if it's just me seeing that or because I see that every time you hear Devin kind of talk about T.O., it's almost like, yeah, T.O.'s number one. T.O. fights the best. T.O. has challenged the best. He been giving T.O. a lot of props, man. Like he knows who T.O. is. I mean, and what T.O. can be focused. So I don't want it to be remiss that when we talk about
focus.
Devin and T.O. at 140, it's a two-headed race. There is no others.
Um, I mean, he's supposed to give him props because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give the opponent that you're trying to face props. So when you beat him, everybody can give you all the credit. Because if you go there and tear him down, and say, "Oh, he's a bum. He ain't this. He can't stand a chance with me," and then you go in there and beat him, they're gonna be like, "Okay, you were supposed to do that. You said he was a bum, so he's supposed to give him props." But
That
I think it would be a good fight. The problem I have with T.O. is I think T.O. is going to be the one that's going to get frustrated, and he's going to try to press the action, and I think Devin is going to outbox him. I mean, we like the right side said, and like a lot of people said many times before, T.O. struggles when he has to press the fight. When he has to press the fight, he struggles. He get caught with big shots. He walk into shots. He gets put on his butt. So he has problems when he has to press the fight. He
AD
fights
free.
better when he's a counterpuncher.
AD free.
Yeah.
One thing about it, I can say T.O. is one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing when he's focused. Like when
Yeah.
T.O.'s focused, I don't think nobody could beat him like that. If you
No,
do
when he
beat him,
focused, that's when he fight as a counterpuncher. When he's
yeah,
not focused, he try to press the action.
yeah, because when he fought Cam Bosas, he want to take the fight serious. he ought to eating golden chocolate bars and the weigh-ins and shit, just doing all type of clown shit. You know what I'm saying? But when he
Also,
fought,
also,
but
oh, go
when he,
ahead, my bad.
but
No, my bad.
when he fought Lomo Chinko and the other guys, he was focused, man. You
Well, that
like
was
you
Yeah.
like
also
you could
before.
tell.
That was also before the stardom, because when he beat Loma, he became this star, and he felt like he conquered everything there was to conquer. So that's when he became this big star, and Tito felt like he can do whatever he want to do. But
And then
like I
he
said, we
and then he started running around lying to the public,
Mm,
talking about he undisputed.
mm.
yeah.
Bro,
But
Well,
see,
that's
that's
been
the
Devin
that's the
Haney,
thing.
rectified. That's been rectified. They do consider him and Kambosos undisputed now.
nah, hell nah.
So, like I said, in order for them to be considered undisputed in my book, that daggone WBC franchise belt should have been available in every weight class, not just one weight class, not just one or two. It
See
should be
that
available in every. No, it was only available at 160 and 135. Those were the only two sanctioned. I mean, only two weight classes that the franchise belt was available to. Nobody else was offered or was able to petition for a franchise belt. Nobody else. There was
nah,
no.
but
There was never another franchise champion at 160 since Canelo, and there's never been another franchise champion since Devin said, "I don't want that damn belt."
I thought Devin said I got the franchise title.
He said he took the franchise title and threw it in the trash and said, "I don't want it." So Devin was the end. It was the end. It ended with Devin because Devin never petitioned for it, because the only way it can be transferable, they had to petition for it. Tio petitioned for it. Cambosa petitioned for it. Loma petitioned for it.
Canelo.
Canelo petitioned for it. They all petitioned for the franchise, but it was only available in those two weight classes. It wasn't available in no other weight class.
you know one thing I don't like about boxing, man, is like every other sport, you got rules and definitions and what everything means. Boxing, the only thing we be arguing is this dude undisputed or not. It's like, that's crazy. Like that's what I'm trying to argue if LeBron James is the champion with the Lakers. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the,
Like,
that's
Yeah.
how you know that he wasn't undisputed. If you disputed him being undisputed, that means he's not undisputed.
Right.
yeah,
Because
but it's
you know,
just,
boxing don't got no umbrella, Kareem, and I
yeah,
agree with you. Like you can't duck the Denver Nuggets. You can't duck them niggas, bro. You can't duck the
But see,
Kansas City
this
Chiefs.
is the thing I asked you. This is the thing I asked you, and I really want to get you guys' real opinion on this. When we talking about Teal and Devin, I think that's a 3-fight deal. I think that is Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns. I think that those two guys have an opportunity, if they can get their heads out their butts, to make a massive amount of money in Vegas. They both kind of have a little bit of a disdain for each other. And can you imagine a press conference with T.O. Senior and Bill Haney? And you know what's funny?
He
One
been
thing I
kind
want
of
to do.
quiet though lately though.
Well,
BVO TLC.
let me say this real quick before you hop in. Shout out to Batman. I don't know if you guys remember Batman. God rest
Yeah,
his soul.
R.I.P. Batman.
I really can say, man, I feel like Bill Haney absorbed Batman like Cell, and it's kind of doing everything Batman used to do for the Russells. And the reason I know this, even before I met my brother Free, I've always been a fan of Mr. Gary Russell. Mr. All the people who
Yeah,
say I only like Spanish fight, that's a lie.
no,
But that being said,
that's not a lie. But
when I think about Batman, Batman was doing all the same things when it came to the
nah, he
Russell.
wasn't as savage as Batman was. 1,000. Bill be doing stuff. Now you know I'm a huge Bill Haney and Dev Haney fan.
Yeah.
But Batman would keep it tall most of the time. Though I say 95% of the time, Batman just, you know, even when that shit went down with him, with Devin and Gary, Batman even got on one of the channels. I forget which brother channel it was. He was like, "Yo, I was telling Gary, man, you need to take that 1.2, man. You need to go ahead and take that 1.2, or the fans is gonna get you, bro."
Then he
And
went to go fight with me. What's that dude? The little Mexican dude? Oh, he not Mexican.
Mark Maceo, no,
Yeah, he went
the
to go
Asian boy,
fight Maxeo
and he
for
beat him with
less than.
one hand and got
For
robbed. That was a
he got
right.
robbed. He got his ass whooped. What are you talking
Hell
about,
no! What fight was you
bro?
looking at? He beat him the fuck up with one hand.
No, he
Kareem,
did
what was
not.
you
He
watching?
got he
Bro,
got Gary Russell
listen.
got robbed. That
I
man
don't,
got
I,
robbed.
bro, I
That
don't know. I
no
don't
You
know
you
nothing
talking
about no
about Mark
robbery,
Style?
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
man.
got
Style
robbed
got
in
his
that Mark
ass
Style
whooped.
fight. He got
Mark
robbed in that.
I
Maceo, yeah.
don't know about no
Kareem, you
robbery.
just started watching boxing,
Realize
my nigga. You need to go
the
watch that
only
shit. How many times you watch? Hold on, free. How many times you watched that fight?
I just watched it live.
Just one time, right? See, I watched
Yeah.
the fight 3 or 4 times, maybe probably 3 times. It's hard for me to get through the 4th time, but I
Is it
know
on
for sure.
YouTube?
Yeah, for sure. You can watch this shit. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube, and you can go up there and see that man beat him the fuck up with one hand. But Mark Maceo, you got to turn it off mute though. You can't watch the commentary, bro. It's gonna
He
do
said he
nothing
can't
but throw
watch
you
it.
off.
He said he can't watch the commentary.
I mean, you
He got to
can't
put it
listen
on
to the
mute.
commentary. My fault.
no, you gotta
You
understand. You
can't.
gotta
That was a
understand
good. You
this.
got me on that one. But
You gotta
you can't
understand
listen to
this.
the commentary, my boy. He whipped him with one hand. And they
No,
just
you got
wanted the belt away from Gary because he was the longest reigning WBC champion.
He was
And
only fighting once a year,
that's not his fault though.
no.
Niggas didn't want to fight the nigga, bro.
bro.
And he
Tank,
wasn't taking no
hold
petty
on.
shit.
Devin had tried to fight Gary, and
No,
he
hold up.
hold on, D Free. Let me finish. Devin tried to fight because I think Devin had already had like a fight date or whatever, and then something happened with the fighter. He tried to get Gary Russell in. Gary Russell was in the gym talking about a proper training camp is 8 weeks. I'm like, bro, if you want to fight, you did all this shit
No,
talking on fucking Instagram Live,
And
just
Kareem,
talking so
your ass
much shit.
crazy, bro.
You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
nah,
But I'm just
Kareem
saying,
retarded.
but when it was time to fight, why you didn't get a fight? Then he talk about the proper training camp was 8 weeks. Nigga, you gonna have the same amount of time as this dude getting ready to fight. Like, what the fuck is your
But he was
excuse?
already sitting prior to that. But
hold
you
up,
know, even Brother
hold up.
Batman said that he
Let me
wanted
go.
Gary to go in and take that 1.2. Even
No,
Brother Batman said that.
let me go. Let me go. The problem with the whole Devin Haney reason why I don't fault Gary for not taking that fight for 2 reasons. One, they wanted this man to move up 2 weight classes. They wasn't fighting at 130. They was fighting at 135. Gary is a 126-pound fighter. 2, Gary was listening to his manager, who is also his father and his trainer. Papa Russell said, I don't want to do business with Bill Haney because he don't like the way Bill Haney does business. The man said he purposely spelled his name wrong on the goddamn contract. Who in the hell purposely spelled their name wrong? Purposely spelled their name wrong. That's what Bill Haney said. He purposely spelled his name wrong on the contract. So I don't fault Gary. But the thing is,
That was kind of shady, though.
Gary fought once a year because he said he do not want to fight bums. He said, if y'all not going to give me these guys to unify, then I will only fight my mandatory. I'm not fighting just anybody. And everybody wanted Gary to fight anybody. Everybody said, I don't care who you fight. Go in a bum bag. Gary said, no, I only will fight the best. I'm not fighting bums.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
And
reason why he
then
was only
when they
fighting
put
once
that,
a year.
and then when they thought
D
that
Free.
damn Filipino boy was good, he got
And
smoked with one hand,
no,
and they just wanted the belt. They had to get that WBC belt from Gary because the WBC wasn't making no money off of Gary because he was inactive. So they got that Filipino boy. They thought he was going to be a Pacquiao, and he wasn't that good, and he got smoked in that.
do you realize Gary was supposed to fight today? He was supposed to fight Ray Vargas. They pulled Ray Vargas out and put him on the Canelo fight. So Gary had to sit out for 6 more months and waited for the Mark Maceo fight.
Right.
Fuck Mark
What you
Maceo.
gotta
And
do
who
though?
pulled out? Somebody else pulled out against Gary.
He hurt his arm in that fight. Still
Cooked him
landed
with one
the
arm.
one punch that rocked anybody. Mark Maceo was supposed to be the big puncher, but he got rocked by Gary with one arm.
Hey,
He was the
D
one that
Free.
got rocked.
Hey, D Free. D Free.
What?
I didn't want to interrupt you earlier while you was talking, but you had said that he was fighting at 126, and I guess Devin wasn't fighting at that weight class. So why is you on Instagram live calling out Tank and Devin Haney, two guys that's not in your
Crawford.
weight class?
He
He
called
was
out
talking.
Terrence Crawford.
He been calling out. He was calling out Tank Davis for years. He's been
And
calling
that's
out
what I'm
Tank Davis for
saying. He been
years.
calling out Tank and Devin.
But they didn't want them fights though, because I wanted to
he
see
he
Gary
called
Russell and
out
Tank
Tank.
Davis back in the
Tank
day. I
Davis
did.
was somebody he wanted to fight when Tank Davis was at 126. That was the whole beef between him and Floyd, because he told Floyd, "Stop hiding your fighter. Let me fight him." And Floyd didn't want Tank Davis to fight Gary Russell, because he knew at that time Tank Davis wasn't ready for Gary Russell. At that time, Tank Davis was
And
not
whether
ready
he
for Gary
was,
Russell.
I
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
I don't want to agree with that statement, but they
No, he wasn't.
definitely was not in a rush to put Gary Russell Jr. in the ring with Javante at that time, because Gary Russell was just so seasoned and he was just so like
And
complicated to
that's not the
fight,
only
bro.
person that he called out neither, because he called out Shakur Stevenson, and Shakur Stevenson act like he didn't hear it.
To be
Yeah,
honest
yeah.
with you, he didn't go that hard on Shakur like he did Devin and Tank.
He
No.
didn't call out Devin Haney. He didn't call out
Bro,
Devin
yes,
Haney.
he
Devin,
did. What are you
No, he
talking
did not.
about?
No, he did
Bro, do
not.
you say that's your
What?
cousin?
yeah, he did. He said
Oh,
he'll take the
listen.
1.5.
Devin Haney jumped in the middle of a conversation that Gary was having with Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford was mad that Gary had answered a question that was asked him about what happened at the Olympic trials,
When
when
he
he said he
punched Terrence in the
stole
face.
Terrence
Yeah.
Crawford. Terrence Crawford got mad, and Gary was like, "Man, I'll fight you. What you want to do?"
Give me the
And he said,
1.5.
"Send me." He said, "Send me the 1.5." Devin
Mm-hmm.
said, "I'll send you the 1.5." That's how Devin got in
Yeah,
that
Devin
conversation.
definitely,
Devin jumped in that conversation.
Devin definitely jumped in the middle of that because they was at the same, well, not the same weight, around the same weight. So Devin did D3's 100% right. Devin Haney jumped into that because Terrence Crawford put that Instagram video out like, "I'll break your fucking neck, nigga. What you know what I'm saying? We can take this to the streets." You know what I'm saying? People was
Um,
like, "Yo, what you want to take it to the streets for? Get a man at
like like
1.5 and beat him up."
like that. You must don't know the history, because at that time Tank Davis wasn't even known like that. Tank Davis wasn't even a champion when Gary Russell was trying to fight Tank Davis. Gary Russell was the champion. Tank
Yeah.
Well,
Davis
I
wasn't a
knew,
champion at that time.
I knew who Tank was the whole time. So
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not saying that you personally. He's just saying,
yeah, he
people
wasn't
didn't
known by the
know.
mass
Right,
like the most
he
of.
wasn't by the main media. Like the YouTube community, we knew about Tank, but he wasn't what he was. And Gary at the time was, to me, was more popular than Javante when he was trying to get him in the ring. And
Okay,
Javante
so
didn't want
if
to fight Tevin Farmer either. He just, for some reason, he was avoiding them kind of fighters, bro. And I think he would
Terry
have knocked
Farmer,
Tevin.
what the fuck was wrong with Terry Farmer? Because I think that this next fight, he was just looking up in the sky the whole
Oh,
goddamn fight.
he's
I'm
stupid.
like, bro, what the fuck is up there? Whatever's up there, stop looking at it, because this nigga
Yo,
beating
Yeah,
your
he's stupid,
ass.
man. Let me read it. Let me read this comment by GD. He said, "Yep, Gary told Bud he'll take the same deal. Kell Brook was getting 1.5."
Bro, do you know what Terrence Crawford would do to Gary Russell Jr., bro?
Yeah, he probably would have destroyed him, but Gary, it was some little history to that though,
I
Kareem.
know.
Because
I
Gary
heard.
did punched him in the face in the Olympics,
I
and
heard
Yeah,
he
I'm not.
said
then
I'm
he
not.
got on
Javante.
Instagram and tried to embarrass Terrence Crawford. If I was Terrence Crawford, I would have stomped him the same way he did Gambo. I would have stomped on Gary Russell because
But
there's
see,
no
I
way Gary Russell could have beat Terrence Crawford. But Gary Russell's such a savage. He's like, I can make 47, shorty. You know what I mean? I can make 47. You know what I'm
hell
saying? And he
no,
absolutely could
hell
have made
no. He gonna jump
147.
up 20 pounds? You
But he would have
no,
crazy?
got up there and
hold
got
on, one at a
mashed
time,
out
one
on
at a
the.
time, yo, one at a time.
He
Go
would have
ahead.
no.
got up there. He would have jumped up there,
Go
Kareem,
ahead,
and got
free.
mashed out.
Go
The
ahead,
thing,
free.
the thing was, like I said, that happened years prior, and um, Bud Crawford was still mad about the situation, because, like I said,
Yeah, he
Gary
clearly
never
he was
brought it
mad.
up. It was a reporter that asked him about the situation, because they read about it, so they asked him about it. And he said, yeah, he said he said something that I didn't like, and he thought I wasn't that dude, and I stole him.
Yeah.
I,
That's all it was.
I thought the story was that Gary Russell choked Crawford in the gym.
Nah,
No, he
hell
didn't. No,
no.
he ain't choke.
He too
Oh,
He
small to
punched him
choke
he
him.
punched him in his
He
mouth,
punched him. He
and
stole him.
then a whole bunch of people got in between them. That's all it was. It
oh,
wasn't.
They
It
okay.
wasn't.
stole him. Then
It
they
wasn't
tried
a
to
big
say, is it true
fight or
that
no.
Gary broke his jaw?
No.
I
He
thought
just
that was
punched him in the
cap. People
mouth.
were saying,
He
oh,
just
he
punched him
broke
in the
Terrence
mouth, and then a
Crawford's
bunch of people.
jaw.
No,
Take a punch, yada, yada,
it
yada.
was no big scuffle or none of that. He ain't break nothing or nothing because Terrence still went to the daggone Olympics. He still went to the Olympics. I think he
Right.
got sent home because he lost to somebody or whatever. I think it was Ugas or somebody he lost to, and he got sent home. But he still went to the Olympics.
You know the
So
funny thing. You know the funny thing about Terrence Crawford that people don't remember. Kenny Porter has said this. Mike Stafford said it. All those guys who worked with the Olympic team said Terrence had a bad attitude. I don't know if you guys ever heard the famous story that Showtime Sean Porter tells about how I guess Terrence Crawford wanted to put his hands on his father.
Yeah, I
and
heard that one.
and
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I would have shot Terrence Crawford if he tried to put his hand on
yeah.
my brother.
Not me. Not if I'm a fighter. I'm gonna go fight that nigga in
Hell
the
no,
streets, in
I
the
ain't
ring.
listen. I'm not better. I'm not a better fighter than him. I'm gonna just shoot you.
Anyway,
now their beef wasn't bigger than boxing. I mean, maybe on Terrence Crawford's side, but Gary wasn't beefing about
Yeah, I
it.
was about to say Gary wasn't
They
worried about
didn't.
none of
no,
it.
he wanted to hurt.
They
He
didn't.
wanted to hurt Mr. Gary Russell. I
No, but
know.
Yeah,
see the thing
Terrence
is,
wanted to get his
see,
get back.
the
Since he
thing is,
brought that up.
Go ahead.
they've seen each other since the Olympics. Prior to all of those questions, like I said, they had seen each other multiple times. It was the interviewer who asked him the question, and he just answered it. And Bud got mad about it. So it wasn't like they had a big beef like that. They've seen each other since then. It ain't like he had a big beef about it. It was the interviewer asked him a question, he answered it. Bud got mad, and so Gary said, "Well,
Yeah.
if you feel like that, give me the 1.5
Give
that
me
you're
the
gonna give Carol
1.5.
Brooks."
Yeah. Yeah. He sure did. I can
That's
make
when that's
47,
when Gary
Shorty.
Russell got on the scale. He showed that he was at 143. He's like,
Yep.
I'll be ready for you. I'm at 143 right now. Give me the 1.5. And then Devin jumped in.
I give you the 1.5. That's my nigga. He definitely jumped in on that one, but Gary Russell was clearly cashing out right there. I mean, in Gary's mind, I guarantee you, he think he can beat Terrence Crawford. But we all know that
Man.
Terrence Crawford would have mashed him out. But I like the way Gary Russell was just like talking his shit. You know what I mean? Because he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't bring that shit up. Nobody knew about it until that interviewer brought it up. Like Free
You
said,
know,
when that interviewer brought it up, that's when Terrence. I mean, that's when Gary was like, yeah, he said some stupid shit, and I punched him in his fucking face.
and you know what's so
Basically.
funny about even hearing that? I think Gary showed us a valuable thing that we forget about at times. You got to watch your mouth because that same thing when he called out Tank and Floyd did everything in his power behind the scenes to try to hold him back. I mean, you really got to watch who you talking to when you talking about people in the power because they can really hold your whole career up, man. And I feel like we all seen that live with Mr. Gary Russell because Mr. Gary Russell, the way he beat JoJo Diaz, he beat him way worse than Devin Haney did. And when they asked JoJo Diaz who was the hardest puncher you faced, he said Gary Russell after fighting Devin Haney. So I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
shout out to GD in the chat. He said Bud should have made the fight, get his revenge, and make the money. Would have been better than David Anonymous. You know what I mean? Or better yet, Kell Brook. I think it was Kell Brook who ended up
No,
getting the fight.
he's talking about David Avenese. He's
I
saying
know I
it,
know
it
what
would
he's
it would have
talking
been
about, but
no,
he,
he not talking about at that time. He's talking about it would have been a better fight
right,
than
okay,
David
yeah, fair enough.
Avenese.
Absolutely. I'm with you, GD. Fighter, I'm with you. I would have got in the ring and mashed that little nigga out. I would have punished him. It would have been like the Gamboa fight. Gary would have made it competitive until it got deep. He would have got drowned because he would have been too small.
I mean, maybe I don't know. I know
Man,
Gary is hard to hit.
stop, Free.
Hard to hit.
Stop.
What?
Terrence
You saw
Crawford
that
is
nigga.
accurate as shit, bro.
You saw a nigga in there with one hand and
Yeah,
fighting against a nigga
beat a
with two
guy
hands. That
that
man's
wasn't
man.
that good though. Mark Mansell
All
he
I'm
wasn't
saying
that
is,
good to me.
throughout his career, Gary Russell has been hard to hit.
Absolutely, but when you're talking about one of the most accurate punches in the world, he would have been right there. Terrence Crawford would figure that shit out.
I'm not saying he wouldn't have figured it out. I'm just saying Gary
That
Russell
was
was
a
hard to
stoppage,
hit.
bro. That was gonna be a stoppage, bro.
I'm
Unless
saying Gary
Gary
Russell.
would have went to survival mode and be like, you know what, I'm not finna get knocked the fuck out. Hell no. And then he did it that way, yeah, then Terrence probably couldn't have caught him because he is that clever on defense. But if he would have went in there regular, he would have got his ass
I don't
stopped,
know.
bro.
I don't know,
I
but
know.
whatever it
That's
is,
your family, I get it. But if that was my cousin or my brother, I'd have been like, man, my brother would have got his ass whooped. He would have gotten there
no,
with him.
I'm not saying it because of that. I'm saying I don't know because if that was the case, then Bud should have paid the 1.5 and fought him.
Nah, Bud didn't want to fight him because that nigga was a little nigga to him.
Bud said, "Fuck the 1.5. I'll fight you in the street."
Yeah, that was some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? But
like I said, if you willing to fight the nigga in the street, why not get paid to do it?
Because Terrence was pissed off. He was in his feelings at the time. He knows he ain't gonna get out there in the street.
Why not get paid to do it? You want to fight the nigga that damn bad?
At the time he would have gained nothing from mashing out Gary Russell.
I don't understand stupidity. If you mad that much and you want to fight him, why not get paid to do it? Fuck it, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give you 1.5. I know I'm gonna make some money off this joint. I'm gonna beat the shit out your ass.
Yeah, but Terrence didn't have nothing to gain in that fight, though, D.
Yes, he would. He would have got his get back, and he would have made money.
Well, yeah, he would have got his get back, but as far as politics go, it would have meant nothing. And Terrence Crawford
all the fights that he had at 140 meant nothing to a lot of people.
Yeah, but he didn't fight no damn 126 pounders.
No, he fought a 126 pounder. He fought Gamboa. He's 126 pounder.
Yeah, what was that fight at 30?
At 35.
35. Yeah, he did do that, but he knew better than do that at that time. Like he did that back then where it was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? But at that time, bro, he couldn't fight no 126 pounder. They would have grinded him up. He already was demanding for him and Earl to fight. He'd have fought Gary Russell. That'd have been ugly. But me personally, I want to go with the homie brother GD. I'd have took that 1.5 and whooped his motherfucking ass up and down that ring until they had to pull me off of that boy. It would have been an assault. It would have been a violent assault. By 8-9, it would have been in there for Mr. Gary Russell. And Gary Russell,
what's a better name to have on your resume? Ndongo or Gary Russell?
Ndongo was for a unification fight.
I don't care. I said, what's a better name? I ain't asked you what it was.
Ndongo.
I said, Ndongo is not a better name than Gary Russell. No,
he's not a better name, but at the time,
what's it makes more sense. I said, what's a better name?
Oh, Gary Russell Jr. at the time, he had one of the biggest names in boxing. Free, that's kind of hard to do, bro. Gary Russell was popular,
So who's to say that he wouldn't have made more money fighting Gary Russell than he made fighting Ndongo?
Man, well, I don't know about none of that. All I know is if he would have took that money, then we would.
At that time, Gary Russell was the WBC champion, and he's been the WBC champion for 6 years at that time.
Yeah, but I say he was the longest reigning at the time. So, and again, he didn't want to he didn't duck nobody. He didn't want to take no bullshit fights. All he did was he did his job by just keeping his belt. That's what he did. Let me just make sure I keep my belt, so in case some shit lined up, I got the belt. You know what I'm saying? So he fought mandatories, but come on, man. Like Gary Russell jumped out the window on that one. I wish he would have gotten in the ring with Terrence Crawford. I wanted to see the fight.
If I was Terrence Crawford, I'd have called his bluff. I would say, let me see.
When you open the door, it's on the right-hand side at the top.
What'd you say, T?
Oh, my bad. You ain't heard from me because we over here taking that L right now. My people.
I would have said, I'd have called his bluff. I said, okay, I'm gonna send him 1.5. I would have seen if he's gonna really take the fight. That's what I would have did.
Yeah, Terrence was with Top Rank. You said you want to fight me? Gary's with PBC, and they was already couldn't make the Earl fight. So how the hell would Gary Russell would have jumped Errol Spence?
That wasn't at the time. They wasn't about to fight Earl at that time.
No, I'm saying but everybody wanted that fight at the time. Nobody didn't want to see Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford. We wanted to see Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
so at that time, we wanted to see Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. We didn't want to see him fight Gary Russell. We didn't want to see him fight Kell Brook.
Nobody wanted to see him fight Kell Brook.
I know, but I'm saying that Gary Russell was with the PBC, so there's no way they would have made that fight over the Errol Spence fight. It wasn't going to happen.
How would they not made it over the Errol Spence? It wouldn't have been over the Errol Spence fight.
Yeah, it
They
would have.
wasn't
Because
trying to.
people,
No, it
at
wouldn't
the
because they
time,
wasn't.
free, yeah, it would have. Because at the time,
Listen,
we all
listen,
wanted the
listen,
Earl Spence fight.
listen. The PBC was not trying to make the Errol Spence and Bud Crawford fight at that time, so it could not been over the Errol Spence fight. They was not trying to make the fight. Earl said, "I'm going to get all these belts on this side, and then I will fight Bud." So it wasn't, but Earl wasn't in the picture to fight Bud at that time.
People
So it couldn't have been over Earl Spence. It wasn't in the picture.
People wanted that fight.
People wanted to fight, but you said the PBC wouldn't have made
They
Gary
not going to
Russell
make
over
that
Earl
fight
Spence.
because they know that, oh shit, if we do that, then we might jeopardize that fight, or Earl Spence, or or not Earl Spence, but we might jeopardize a potential Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, because they knew PBC not stupid. They know that's the fight that everybody wanted.
PBC never wanted to deal with Bud.
Man, they didn't want to deal with Bud, but they knew that was the biggest fight, bro. They not stupid.
They didn't want to deal with him.
Nobody wants to deal with
Gladly
Bud.
took somebody else over Bud. They didn't want to deal with him.
Yeah, but they still know they had to make the fight, bro. They know they had to make that fight, bro.
They made the fight because of Earl made the fight.
Right, and they knew that, Earl was gonna want the fight, and they was have no choice.
The only reason why Bud was relevant is because he had the belt. If somebody else had the belt, but Earl would have went and fought that person. Bud would have never been in the picture. But Earl just wanted to be undisputed. He didn't care who had the belt. He said it. Whoever has the belt over there, that's who I will go fight last. He didn't care who had it. It just so happened Bud had it.
But at the time, you're missing what I'm saying, though. At the time, people didn't want to see neither one of them fights. They wanted Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford right then and there.
That has nothing to do with PBC. You said the PBC
it has a lot to do with the PBC. PBC is making the fight.
Not. No, listen, it does.
We know that Earl. We know that Earl told. Hold on. Earl probably busted our office and was like, "Yo, hold on. I don't give a fuck what y'all kind of plan y'all got. That's cool. But after this, we can continue with our plan. I want this fight." So yeah, you're right. Earl Spence wanted the fight. Earl Spence made the fight.
Who said PBC had to make the fight? It wouldn't have been on PBC. It would have been on Top Rank because Gary said send the 1.5. That means he gave Bud the A-side status, so it would have been on Top Rank. It ain't had nothing to do with PBC.
Man, they wasn't letting that shit happen.
It had nothing to do with
why
PBC.
it ain't happened? Why it ain't happened then?
Send the money.
Because Top Rank ain't stupid, and them promotional company PBC is not gonna send no Gary Russell over there to go get cleaned up like that. And Top Rank ain't gonna do no. At the time, they was feuding. They didn't really want to do no real business together, and it wasn't happening. That's all I'm saying.
Didn't PBC send Sean Porter over to Top Rank to fight Bud?
Yeah, Sean Porter was on his way out the door. Gary Russell still was in his fucking bag, bro.
It doesn't matter. They sent Sean Porter.
It does matter. Sean Porter was like,
they was trying to get the belt from Daggone.
Gary
Russell.
Top Rank. They sent they one of their shooters over there. Yeah, I ain't disagreeing with that. But Sean Porter was the shooter. He went over there, and he was because they let. I'm talking about. You said Sean Porter.
I said they was trying to get the belt from Gary.
Yeah, I knew that.
Trying to get the belt from Gary for years.
No doubt about it.
So if Gary gets beat up by Bud Crawford, like you said,
at welterweight,
listen what I'm saying. Listen, if Gary gets beat up by Bud Crawford, like you said, that means he's a softer test for the next person that fight him at 126.
Gary Russell would have went to 147 and got beat to death.
No, okay, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I'm not.
I don't believe that. That's what everybody would have believed. Nobody believes it.
If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I'm not trying to change your mind. What I'm saying is, you said that the PBC wouldn't have made the fight. PBC wouldn't have had nothing to do with it. It would have been a top rank fight. PBC wouldn't have had nothing to do with it.
They would have rented Gary Russell out to Terrence Crawford because they didn't
have no control of Gary Russell. So if they had control of Gary Russell would have been fighting whenever they wanted him to fight.
No, I
he
think
was only fighting his mandatories.
Nah, they definitely got control
obligated
of Gary
to
Russell.
Fight his mandatory. If they had control of him, they would have forced him to fight who they wanted him to fight. He said, "No, I'm only fighting my mandatories." They don't
I don't
have
think.
control over him.
I think that Gary Russell wasn't very marketable to the PBC, so they kind of was like, whatever. You know what I mean, with that nigga, to be honest. But he definitely was controlled by the PBC. They set up his fight. They told him who he's gonna fight. He has a say so in it. I believe that, but he wasn't running shit. You make it seem like he was running shit. That nigga wasn't running shit.
I didn't say he was running anything.
I said you made it seem like he was running shit. That's why I said it like
the PBC doesn't have any control of who he fights. If he goes over the top rank, he has no.
They gotta rent that nigga out like they did Charles Martin. Rented that nigga out to Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn stole the belt and went running.
Oh, you gotta understand.
Them niggas out, bro.
You
not just finna
what
go.
I'm
Gary
saying.
Russell don't got no fucking power to go to no top rank and make no deals without PBC. Are you crazy?
Yes, he does.
Oh, get the fuck. I'm done. T, go ahead, y'all niggas. Go ahead.
He can go fight who he want to fight over.
No, the fuck he can't.
That's why he was trying to fight all those champions. They wasn't with the PBC. There was other fighters. There was other sections.
That nigga don't got no pull like that.
Talking about. He was trying to fight those guys on the other promotional company. They didn't want to fight him.
Right.
It wasn't
and if he had pull, he
fighter.
He could have made some fights happen. But he ain't got no pull.
If the PBC, if the fighters wanted to fight him, he would have fought him. They didn't want to fight him.
Oh man, that nigga ain't. I'm going off what you said. You said that nigga. You made it seem. I didn't say you said it, but what I'm saying is you're making it seem like that nigga Gary Russell was running the show. He wasn't running shit.
I didn't say he was running the show.
PBC got to rent that nigga out the top rank. If PBC not gonna rent him out the butt, it's not gonna be no fight. They can say we're not doing it.
He can go to top rank and fight a one-fight deal. Yes, he can. They cannot stop him from fighing. The top rank and fight a one-fight deal. The same way. Who just did that? I think it was. I can't remember. Somebody just did it. They went
the right
side.
They like that. Why don't you jump on the link? You got a lot of shit to say about the brother Free. Why don't you jump up here and tell that nigga how you feel? Tell that nigga why you mad, son.
While that nigga jumping up there, let me go on and answer the initial question I was asked about the breakdown between Ryan Garcia. I mean, not Ryan. Teofimo Lopez and. Yeah, I hadn't had a chance to speak since then. I've been listening to you guys.
My bad, T.
No, it's all good. But I mean, the only way I see Tio winning that fight, bro, I believe Tio has the most gifts between two fighters. But he only fights well going backwards on the back foot, countering folks.
No, Tio doesn't fight well going backwards. He doesn't.
Tio doesn't fight well going backwards on the back foot, countering off folks.
Thomas, and I say this respectfully. I said
respectfully. Say what you got to say because you cut me off. So
no. I apologize.
No, don't apologize. Say what you got to say.
No. You're absolutely correct. I apologize, and the reason I apologize because you're right. He fight well going backwards. He don't fight well going forward. I agree with you.
Yeah, no, but okay. Then.
No. I was wrong. I'm telling you, I'm wrong.
So then. Like I was saying, unless he can get him a trainer that can help him with possibly having to go forward and initiate the fight, it's gonna be a tough fight for him to go against Devin and get him to start chasing him around. It's not gonna happen. Devin's not gonna fight in that. So, with that being the case, I'm gonna have to favor Devin over that. His footwork and his jab should be pretty express in there to keep him on the bay. That being said, with the Gary situation and the Crawford situation, honestly, I don't know how that plays out in the ring. I mean, conventional wisdom will say he's the bigger man, so it might not go well for Gary. I know Gary. Yeah. I'm just saying that what you saying about PBC. If it's a fight being proposed to him by the other side and it's on their promotions, then like you said, I don't think it's up to Gary whether or not he's going to take that fight. So if he was willing to take the fight, I believe he would take the fight. I know that what you said about the case of him not fighting because he ain't fighting bums, that's the case. I would just like to see Gary in the ring more often, man. I thought that he definitely handled Max Sile with one arm. And I don't even think it was close to me. To me,
Are
it
we
wasn't
saying?
close.
Are we talking about Mr. Gary or are we talking about
Mr.
Antoine?
Gary.
Gary
Mr.
Russell
Gary.
Mr.
Jr.
Gary.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Gary
My
Russell
apologies.
Jr. And I think that, I would love to see him in the ring with somebody at one. I don't think he no longer is a 135. There's too much time didn't elapse, so he probably got to go at 135. So I love to see him up in there with somebody at 135, man. See what he which if he still got that ability to command that skill on peak.
I
Like
mean,
that.
no disrespect whatsoever. No disrespect toward Mr. Gary. The man, once again, no disrespect. I don't think he beats any of the top contenders at 35. Matter of fact, I think he would beat them early in his career when he was more active. At this current moment in time, I don't think he got no smoke with none of those dudes up there. And so I think he should just continue to train and go ahead and move into his trainer role, because anybody, I ain't gonna say anybody he get in the ring with, but any of the top level guys, whether it's 30 or 35, I got them beating them. I got them beating them.
Like who at 30? I think he can smoke a lot of guys at 30. Like
Who does he smoke at 30?
I think he can.
Who?
I don't think he
I don't got the
beats.
list of fighters.
I don't think he beats O'Shaquie Foster right now.
He don't beat O'Shaquie.
I don't think
I don't think he beat I don't think he beat Vargas.
Gary Russell is very experienced.
He might beat Vargas.
He's very experienced.
Bro, Vargas got like a 70-inch reach, bro.
He might beat Vargas because Vargas don't use his reach like that. Vargas fights on the inside. I think he beat Vargas.
Mr. Gary don't fight on the inside like that. The majority of the time,
fights on the inside. Gary outboxed Vargas. I just think that O'Shaquie is a little bit too active for him.
Maybe so, but if you gave Gary Russell, if Gary Russell was active, let's just say he was active, he could absolutely, and even when he's not active, he's very sharp. He's very in shape year round. Let's be clear. It's not shit all on Gary Russell Jr. now, because I think that his prime is definitely past him, but still though, dog, like that nigga, like Free said, and even if I was disagreeing with Free, that nigga is very clever. He's very hard to hit. If he wants, no, if he don't want to get hit, he's not finna be getting hit like that, bro.
Bro.
No,
He about to be 37. He about to be 37.
We don't sit no Gary Russell. What we're saying is that a guy like Vargas, who gives up his attributes and fights on the inside, he'll probably beat a guy like that.
Yeah, I think he
can. But a guy like O'Shaquie Foster, a guy like O'Shaquie Foster, who's aggressive and who uses his attributes to his benefit and is about 10 years younger than Gary, I don't think Gary can beat him.
Yeah.
I'm not
about
going to say O'Shaquie can't beat him because Gary Russell's very experienced. Who's to say he don't confuse the kid? We don't know. But you're right. You 100% right. That nigga is super aggressive, bro.
I don't know about none of those fights. I don't know about none of those fights. I don't even know if Gary's even going to come back because, like the right side said, he's about to be 37 years old, and he is the trainer for Antoine and Antonio.
Exactly.
Antonio.
I don't know if he's coming back.
Antonio might need to hang him up though. Antonio been looking shitty.
No. Antonio had one bad fight. Y'all be trying to put this
two bad fights. His last two been shitty.
But that's not bad. But that's okay because in boxing you should be allowed to have 4 or 5 bad performances before.
Did he? Hold on. Did he win his last fight?
No, he got knocked out.
So that was the one.
Excuse me. The fight before that, when you say he had 2. He won one of the back. Now I agree, he did get stopped in that fight, but at the same time, I think Mr. Gary that should be his focus now. One thing that I think people forget, when the man father passed away, as well as his brother, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Batman. Mm-hmm. When you have that type of situation, and now all of a sudden you end up being the patriarch of the family, you know what I'm saying? Then you have to move accordingly. That's not something that you accept or that you want to accept, but when it falls on you, you have to move accordingly. And I think at this current moment in time, boxing for him, especially with him being the age that he is, boxing for him should be second nature. The first thing he should be
I don't
worried
know.
about is training
He's a
his brothers.
gym rat though, Dub. He's a
Yes,
freaking gym rat.
I
He's
ain't
probably in shape
disagreeing.
right now. He probably can make 135 easily
I,
right now. Right now.
I'm
I
not
would love to
disagreeing with
see him
that.
train,
I ain't
though. You're right. I would love to see him train now because his brothers need him. I don't think they would listen to anybody else but him.
They
I'll
can't.
say this
They
though. You gotta
definitely
remember.
wouldn't.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
They may listen to their older brother. They may listen to the oldest brother.
I don't know if you guys have realized this. Gary's only 35 years old.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
I
I think
thought it was
and
36.
BVO, and
But
you know what
still.
else, BVO? I think that he's so defensively calculated. I think that he can fight till he's 40 something and be competitive and win and beat some of these guys. I ain't saying he can beat everybody, but I'm not going to write him off. If Gary Russell come back, I think he can smoke some people, bro. Let his ass get active.
What top level fight if Mr. Gary come back? If Mr. Gary come back, I got feedback from somebody.
Yeah, that's some feedback. But throw a name at me, Dub, because I
Hold
can't think of the 130
I'm gonna throw a couple names.
Yeah, throw some names at me so I can.
I'm talking
keep it tall
35
with you.
because I believe that I don't think he a 30-pound fighter no more. I think he need to be fighting at 35. And
Well,
so
he was at 126 though, or wasn't he?
Yeah, he won't fight Loma.
when he fought Mark Masseo, I believe that was a 30-pound fight.
Okay.
No,
So
it wasn't.
rip
It was
off some
26.
130. Let's just say
Was it
130.
26.
Rip
I
off.
don't mind being corrected. I don't mind being corrected at all.
I thought that was at 26.
He never fought at 130. He fought at 26.
Right. Okay. So let's just say he's at
here
his
the
age.
name.
At his age, Dub. Let's just say that he's gonna be at a 30-pounder. So
Okay, cool.
Rip
Let
off
me give
some
you
names.
So the first two names I give you, like we already spoke on, is Oshaki Foster and Vargas.
Tough.
Those would be the first two names I would give you there.
He probably can go 1-1 in those fights.
Okay, and I heard how I think it was Thomas who broke down the Vargas fight. So I disagree. I think that Vargas' activity, I think that he will have to use his reach at that time against somebody like Mr. Gary. But at the same time, if you want to say 1-1, I ain't got no problem with it. The other thing is that neither one of those are considered big fights. Respectfully, they're not considered big fights, and so I think for him, and we know that he won't big fights. So I think he's gonna have to move to 35 to get the big fights. And anybody at the upper echelon outside of Cambosis.
What about Shakur?
Shakur will fuck him up.
No, it wasn't the big fights that he wanted. He wanted to unify the belts. And he said, if these guys are not fighting me, I'm not fighting no bums. I would just fight my mandatory. It wasn't a matter about big fights because he wasn't getting big money down there to fight those guys. He wanted to unify the belts. He wanted to become undisputed.
He didn't even have that opportunity.
Well, let me say this real quick. Now I'm gonna have Coach Kenny on here on Wednesday, but I'm starting to think Frank Martin might beat Tank Davis. I could be wrong.
How did we get to Frank Martin and Tank Davis?
No, because
he was switching up. He was switching up.
I want to
demented, absolutely demented.
But I'll say this.
I'm with you, Darius. Rematch Loma.
I think Tank is a terrific fighter. I think Tank has been away from the ring. I think really the funny thing about Tank, people don't realize Tank is a really solid guy. I was blessed to be on the phone with him. The thing I'll tell you is this. When
you was on the phone with Tank?
Yeah, we just had one of Coach Kenny's fighters on here. What's his name? Noah Ash. Yeah, Noah Ash.
Shout out to y'all, man. Hey, I ain't seen the video. Shout out to you, BVO.
Yeah, go check that out on the playback after the live, Dub.
You know I'm going to listen to it. You know I'm going to listen to it.
That was a good ass interview. The kid, I like that kid, Noah, man. I'm rocking with him.
Hey, the thing before I finish it, the thing I'll tell you about Noah that had me laughing the most was when my man, we asked him. I think Puerto Rican Tommy asked him about school. And my man was like, school.
Fuck school. Hey, I got a personal tutor. I got a tutor. So
hey, be free to tell you. I said it for him, man, because that's pretty much what he wanted to say when Tommy asked him about school.
No, I think the thing that stood out for me in the interview was when he was talking about Tank Davis because he sparred Tank Davis for the Ryan Garcia fight. And he said, yeah, Tank Davis got power. He said, but that wasn't the scary thing. The scary thing was this man's accuracy. He this man just hit me with everything.
Facts. Bruh, and this is the thing. People always say I'm a Tank hater. I don't hate Tank. Tank is a phenomenal fighter. That man, accuracy, power, the skill set, the footwork.
Yeah.
Even when people criticize his defense, the man will tell you himself. And if you go watch his fights, he didn't show that he got defense. He didn't show that, but he done told you he want to see what the other fighter got. He want to feel. He want to feel them so he understand what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, man, Tank is a special fighter. I ain't trying to. I hate when people tell me I'm trying to take away from Tank because Abdul Wahid, excuse me, I apologize. Abdul Wahid.
That nigga don't go
The
by
man
that.
is special.
He's still going by Tank, man.
That nigga name is Javante, man.
Well, he not. I don't know. I think he's doing what Mike Tyson is doing.
Hey, Prize, what you say? Hey, his mama call him Javante. I'm gonna call him
Javante. Yo, but it wasn't me who said that about Vargas and what's the name. I didn't say anything. I haven't spoken that much at all. I just been listening.
I think Gary Russell can outbox Vargas personally. Like I said,
I don't.
Dub right side ripped off.
Hold on one second, Prize. I know you've been cooking, man. Let me put it.
It's all good. Go ahead, jump in there.
I want Tommy to tell us something because Tommy was in the middle of this, and I know my man Tommy be like a pass sometimes. He go get his orange juice, he wipe his head with the towel and all that. But
I was watching my lady Trojans get put out. That's all.
51-55.
Yeah, you see Juju crying, man. That was sad, man. Both my babies got beat tonight.
Yeah, that's passion. I gotta say that next year she coming back with vengeance. She got to soak this up. That Paige Beckers, my God, dude, she was balling tonight.
She can hoop, bro. She can hoop.
She can.
I see.
She can. And she has some help too. Boy, they was playing.
I'm gonna tell you guys something funny that makes me laugh about boxing is that. So right now we got 10 getting ready to go in there with Frank Martin. And
yeah, you said he losing.
And people don't realize that Frank Martin is pretty dangerous, man.
He is, but he get knocked out round 7 through 9.
Oh,
that's crazy. He never been stopped before. So
I know that's what's gonna be crazy. And when he gets stopped, he just
Tommy,
that's what's gonna happen. I don't put my own bet, bro.
Hey, for real, I think the fight gonna go 12.
You think it's gonna go 12?
I think it's
I don't think it go 12. I don't think it go 12.
Who you got, bro?
I pick Abdul. I think he stopped. I agree with Thomas. Somewhere between 7 and 9. I can see that happening easily. I can definitely see that.
But Frank hasn't even been on the ground yet.
Yeah,
he ain't never fought a fighter on the skill level of Tank Davis.
He hasn't, but he still. Yeah. We can't question his chin and say he's gonna get knocked out, and we ain't seen him.
I'm not questioning his chin. I'm not questioning it. I'm just saying that Tank, from what we've seen, he's possibly pound for pound the biggest puncher in boxing at this current moment in time. Now, if you want to have conversations about Arthur Beterbiev, you want to have conversations about Deontay Wilder, whoever you want to have conversations about, I ain't mad at that. But questionably, he may be possibly at this current moment in time the biggest puncher pound for pound in the sport of boxing, and I don't think anybody can disagree with that he may possibly be the biggest puncher.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you.
I feel what you're saying. He's not punching as hard as Terrence.
Yeah,
you don't think he's punching as hard as Terrence?
You think Bud punching harder than
yeah, I definitely
pound for pound. You think Bud is punching harder than Tank Davis is?
Yes,
I do.
Okay. So
I disagree with that.
There's actual video. There's actual video where they do that punch power meter.
Yeah.
That your boy hit. I know you don't care about it, but the fact that Wilder, a heavyweight, hit that bad boy his hardest, and I think Tank either hit it hard with a higher number or like one below it.
But see, I know crackheads can go in there and hit 1,000.
Hey, don't
bring it. They on performance enhancing drugs. So they on PED. So we can't bring them up.
You saw what he did to Fury. Fury just get the Undertaker thing when that nigga fought. When he fought Wilder, it's
I'll tell you.
He said them niggas on PED.
I'll tell you this, man. There was a my brother Free put out a very vicious rumor and said that I talk bad about Abdul Wahid when I've done nothing but praise him and say good things. So I want you guys on the panel to hear this as well. Have you guys ever heard me say anything bad about Tank Davis?
Absolutely.
That's not true, man. But okay. I'm talking
You,
about
hold on. How you gonna ask the question? I answer the question and tell me I'm wrong with my answer.
That's the wrong answer, man.
Oh,
Wrong answer.
no, my bad. I mean, absolutely not. I mean, absolutely not. Can I keep rocking, BVO?
Go
Can I
ahead,
keep rocking?
keep rocking, man.
Okay, okay.
But no, the reason I said that, man, is because one thing I'll tell you that I'm learning in this boxing is even I got to be careful what I say because, man, salute to my man Thomas Hill teaching me about coming with your palms up, man. That really gets you a lot of places, man. And one thing I will say is that I'm learning in this boxing is the people who are the most solid be the guys who get pooped on the most. Like, one thing about Tank Davis, man, he's a boring dude, of course, but dude, he's a good dude, man. He's a good fighter, man. And the thing I think that's so funny is when you watch him and Devin Haney go back and forth, you kind of see that, Devin is kind of playing to the crowd where Tank is just, he don't really care. That's why he was so angry with Rolly.
Hey, BVO, real quick. You said Tank is boring.
No, I mean his personality. I don't mean him as a fighter. His personality is boring.
No. Tank, respectful. I say it's respectful. If you go watch the press conferences, even though Tank may not say much, Tank is a witty individual, and he says something. I never think that any of Tank press conferences are boring. I disagree with that.
I'm talking about his personality. If you listen to Tank, I'm not talking about when you poking him at a press conference. I'm talking about just when you hear him talk. He's very to the point. He's not very engaging. Okay, I'll give you an example. When you talk to Floyd Mayweather or you talk to one of the biggest fighters of all time, Andre Ward, they'll draw you in with their conversation. Where I feel like Tank is like a Marshawn Lynch. He just there because he got to be. That's what I mean when I say he's boring. He doesn't seem to be like Errol.
Don't say boring. Then, like you said, he's not as engaging.
Yeah, when Errol.
Yeah, that's a better term right there.
Okay, my bad. Boring might be the wrong term, but he's not very engaging. When EJ came in the house, the nigga blew the roof off the place. You could see he blew the roof off the place when he came in there. So
I was very excited to see Errol Spence.
And it was funny because, he taking pictures with babies, kissing babies. Even though he looked enormous coming in there. He looked enormous. Did you see how big he looked, Dub?
No. EJ, he looked like he was going to be the bigger fighter. It just so happened that when they got in the ring, motherfucker
looked super tall, man.
It is what I don't know what you want from me, BVO. I don't know what you want from me.
Say it again.
I said I don't know what you want from me because when I looked at the fight, even though in the press conference EJ looked like he was going to be the bigger fighter, when they got into the ring, it seemed like either equal size. I ain't even gonna hold you, especially, and I think I'm a little biased because of I watched the fight like that. But Bud looked to be the stronger fighter. He looked.
It was clear that Bud was stronger,
way stronger. When he tried to move Earl back, or when Earl tried to push him back, and Bud didn't budge, I was like, "Damn!" Yeah. It's just little stuff like that all of us brothers on this panel, we can see that kind of stuff. When he couldn't move Terrence, I was like, "Oh shit."
Hey, when I called the fight on BVO channel, I sat there and I was like, damn. When we got to about what BVO the fifth, sixth round, and I started saying, hey, Earl better change some shit up because if they keep going at this pace, he gonna get his ass knocked out. That's what I said.
And you know what? The funny thing about that broadcast is if you look back on that broadcast, I'll never forget just how silent we all were when Earl was getting beat to death. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. It was like watching like Glory or something. Like when Denzel got whooped, man. I was hurt watching. I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt watching Earl. I'm over there sick about it, but I couldn't take it, man. But you know what? I'll say this: I was glad to see him back, happy and healthy. And when Errol Spence is in the building, we talking about a superstar in the building. I mean, you could just see the energy. I mean, the whole place went up when that dude came in there. And you know what?
And Tank don't have that. You saying Tank don't have that?
No,
No,
Tank
When he
absolutely
rock,
has.
no,
Tank
I
absolutely
just want
has
to make
that.
sure because if Tank hop in the ring, there ain't no energy to kick up.
I'm
Yo,
saying what
you think
Absolutely, it kicks up.
Pitbull kick up the energy?
I'm not
Tank
saying
don't.
no. What I'm saying is I'm just saying that I feel like EJ is a more like you said, more engaged. He's more engaging than Tank would be. Because you want to talk to EJ, you want to hear what he got to say, you want to hear that crazy accent that he got. I mean, you just kind of want to hear more and more and
All right,
more.
hold on. So let me ask this, BVO. Oh no, go ahead, T. Go ahead. My bad, T.
No, mine's is gonna be quick. I will say this:
Yeah.
when he was talking on that mic, it didn't sound like he was slurring or anything like it was going on the night of that fight. That's a very good sign for me.
Oh yeah.
Because the night before the fight, when they talked to him in the back of the locker room, he sounded like he was slurring words, and then after the fight, he damn sure sounded like he was slurring words. He sounded much better. I
Yeah,
gotta
but you
admit
know, he
that.
was 180 pounds. Of course he did. He's 180 pounds.
Yeah,
He's
man.
running strength.
He been living life.
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying? My bad though, Dub. Go on and continue respectfully, my man. I'm sorry.
salute to my man, Athletic Mind in the building, man.
Athletic mind, my guy.
Hey, salute to my brother X, man. Shout out to hey X. Real quick, I need a favor. I'm getting ready to start 2 other channels, so I'm gonna need your handiwork, respectfully. I'm gonna need your handiwork.
Of course, man. You got my number. Just hit me.
Yes, sir.
Whoa. That was crazy.
This Mickey
I
freaking
gotta
How was that
mess with
crazy? How was
yo.
that crazy?
No, Dub. Before you go into what you about to say, let's rewind back to when you were saying this show about to blow up. Remember, there's still people that you gonna need to get on this show. You got to make sure you cater your tongue to season so that these Mickey freakies gonna enjoy what you got to say, even if it might not be something that they want to hear.
Hey, cause you know what's so funny, man? It's funny because a lot of people forget, like, we're here to entertain too, man. We're here to have some fun, entertain. Cause you know what? One of my favorite shows growing up, a lot of people don't probably remember this show. It used to be Space
Mash.
Ghost. Watching Space
Was
Ghost,
Mash.
man, talk to Borak, you know.
You
I
said
don't know.
hold on. You said Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. I rock
Space
with
Ghost
Space
be
Ghost.
going on there going crazy. I be thinking like, what that nigga?
And I ain't understand half the shit they was talking about it when I was a kid back
I
then.
didn't
I
either.
didn't understand half it, but I agree. The shit did go crazy. It did go crazy.
Hey, because you know that's like unrated TV when you were a
Yeah.
kid.
Hey, what was that? Adult. What was that? Adult
Adult
something.
Swim.
Say it
Adult.
again.
Yeah.
Hey, I
But
got a question for Dub, man. Hey, Dub, now that you see Errol Spence, you think your boy could beat Terrence Crawford now? You think he look healthy enough to beat Terrence Crawford?
Hell no.
Damn. Why you say that, bro?
Wait a minute. And see, this is I done been honest about this the entire time. I ain't never been no huge Errol Spence fan. You know what
Here
I'm
we
saying?
go. Here we go.
No, I've said
here we go.
Oh man.
if you go back and listen, no, I picked EJ to win the fight, but I always said I'm gonna give credit where credit is due, and Bud deserves all the credit in the world, and so I'm gonna give that man his credit. Here's the reason: if you go listen to me argue on any other panel, when they bring up Bud, a lot of times I end up arguing for Bud because a lot of this shit that these people want to talk is nonsense. So at that weight division, I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't really have a fighter out there. You know what I'm saying? So
At 54?
Say it again.
At 54?
At 54, I ain't got no fighter out there.
I thought you liked Fundora like I did.
I mean, I like Fundora, but I mean, if I had to put my money on it, and you know I'm willing to do that. If I had to put my money, I'm picking Bud to beat his ass. I'm picking EJ to beat his ass. I don't know about EJ. After the Bud fight, I don't know about EJ, but I am.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet.
I am picking Bud. I'm picking Bud.
I'm willing to bet Fundora beat Errol Smith's ass, boy.
To the motherfucker,
bet that.
I ain't got no dollars for you.
Even though the big dog is back? Even though the big dog is back?
Who the big dog?
You talking about
He
Terrence?
said he was the big dog Saturday night.
Who?
That's what Earl said to ring.
No,
He said
no,
the
no.
big dog.
The big fish. The big fish. The big fish.
He said nothing about no goddamn fish. He said the big dog.
Did he say the big dog?
Yeah. He said nothing about no goddamn fish.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. If it came down to Earl and Fundora, I think it's a 50-50 fight.
You think it's a 50-50 fight?
I think it's a 50-50 fight.
Your boy said he willing to put money on it. Why don't you put that money down on it? You know you can collect. Earl got your back.
This is what people forget. Motherfucking Fundora gonna be out till the end of the year because he got to get surgery on that broken nose.
No, we ain't forgetting that. We understand.
Tim Zoo is gonna be out to the end of the year because it's gonna take about 6 months for that gash to heal.
That cut.
But Samson said he'd be back in November.
He won't be back in November.
Who said
he won't
that?
be back in November.
Samson, you know the dude that
Samson is the promoter. Samson don't know what the fuck he talking about. Samson's damn near 80 years old.
But Samson said that Fundora was gonna be back
in November.
My God. Demented. That's all I can say. Demented.
All I'll tell you is this, man. Say what you want about Errol Spence. Yeah, he got beat to death. He got beat to his life.
Hey, fuck the boxing scholar, man. Fuck the boxing scholar. If you want to come say that shit, come on, man. Don't do me like that, bro. You supposed to be the family, scholar.
The family.
Scholar. So what was you saying, BVO, about? What was you saying, BVO, about Earl?
But I'm saying the thing about Earl that I gotta give him credit for is when that, as my man Tommy was saying, when that Mickey Freaky walked in the building, man, you can see the place went up, dog.
Who cares, bro?
When you spend your money on them.
From what I heard, bro, when that nigga got in the ring, half the people start walking out like they don't want to see the shit.
But the problem is we so worried about who made the crowd go wild? Who? No,
exactly.
As a boxing fan, and this is the point I just made this on Knockout Show. The point is we done sit here, we done sat here and allowed the thing that we hate the most. The politics of boxing. As boxing fans, we hate politics of boxing. Why? Because it don't give us the fights we want to see. And so we done sat here and let the promotional companies and these goddamn sanctioning bodies sit here and bullshit us so much, right? And now when all of a sudden they say, nah, Errol, you can't jump in front of Bud to fight Tim Zoo. Niggas got a problem with it. Niggas got problems with it. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And y'all need to stop it.
It's only certain niggas, though. It's only certain niggas.
Uncle Shelton, if you love the sport of boxing, if you love the sport, if you love the sport, then we would all agree that Bud deserved all those fights over EJ. We would all agree on that if you love the sport.
Exactly.
And that's not what we're talking about. That's why we hear people sit here and say, "Oh, when EJ got in the ring, the crowd went crazy." Who cares? Who cares? Yeah. They went crazy for Ryan Garcia when he got in the ring at the same time.
Bro,
I'm out of order.
Hey, let me say this real quick, man.
BVO, before you go real quick.
Go ahead.
Boxing Scholar, I thought Daggone Ryan was going to knock Pitbull Cruz out.
No. You thought he said Rolly. Not Ryan.
Rolly was going to knock Pitbull out. I thought that was going to happen, Boxing Scholar. He said, "Man, I don't think I know."
They ain't gonna answer. They're not gonna answer those questions.
Scholar loves.
He know differently now, though. Cause that boy Pitbull came in there and put them fifth wheel bees
just like
on
he told me he know that Tim Zoo gonna dominate Sebastian Fundora, bro.
Hey, you knew that too.
Pull up, man. Pull up. I'll pull up on you.
But let's be honest though. Let's be honest. Is beating Rolly such a big thing?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Hold on, he's the WBA champion. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah. The weakest champion at 40. No, we all and. I picked Rolly in the 7th. I picked Rolly in the 7th. It happened in the 8th. Anybody who know anything about boxing understood that Rolly. I picked Pitbull Cruz. I apologize. I picked Pitbull Cruz in the 7th. It happened in the 8th. Anybody who know anything about boxing knew that Pitbull Cruz was gonna beat the shit out of Rolly.
Well, we got Candyman up here, man. Go ahead. Boxing
Speak
Scholar.
of the devil and he shall appear, Bruce. First the fuck off. First the fuck off. You didn't put your money on it. You was not sure. You doing that Monday morning quarterback shit. Nah, we're not gonna do that.
Hold on, Scholar. Who you talking to? Scholar?
He's talking to me.
I'm talking to you too. How about that? You too, Doug.
I never said I wasn't sure. I said I'm not putting money on two niggas I don't like. Is what I said.
And for me, if you go look, I'm in a prediction league, and if you go look at my prediction, go to B&B, shout out to Black and Brown, go to his channel, and you will see I picked that Pitbull Cruz is going to stop him in the 7th. Go look at it.
Damn,
Dub. Funny man.
Dub, I look up to you. I want to be like you one day. How about this? From every big fight from now on to the end of the year, how about me and you get up, Dub? We ain't got to do no prediction league. We put bread on fights for the end of the year. I guarantee by the end of the year, I'll be in your fucking pockets. The same go for X and the same go for free. How about that?
Damn. He came for heads, baby. He came for heads.
All I know is that shit
exactly. He finna bring up this weak ass Fendor win. Hold up, bro. Fendor was about to get stopped, bro. He was about to get stopped.
All I know is that shit you do a little work on me, bro. You can come up here and fool everybody if you want to. I'ma bet on the fights that I'ma bet you on, bro. You know what I'm saying? The fight that I'm interested in. I'ma bet you on that, and I ain't got no problem with betting you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's easy work.
Also, that's interesting. So, hey, if they get that rematch with Fendor versus Tim Tszyu, we putting bread on that?
Bro, I'll put bread on it. Absolutely, bro.
Okay, all right. Hey, at least you got the balls to do that, because he gonna lose that fight, man.
Hey, y'all can time slip it at 240-16 right there. Yeah, I'll bet the Boxing Scholar on the Sebastian Fedor rematch.
You're a brave man. You're a brave man.
Oh, I know I am. I
don't even think I ever heard somebody say them words. I bet the Boxing Scholar.
So let me ask this. So Bum A beat Bum B, and we hanging our hats on that?
Tell him more.
Pitbull's a bum. Rolly's a bum. We found out who the better bum is. We found out who the better bum is.
He's a champion.
It was a bum prom with Sheldon Moore. It was two bums fighting. We might as well got some money. Went to the street corner.
Bum A versus Bum B. Bum A won.
Who's a bum?
Still bum.
Who's a bum though?
You said Rolly's a bum?
Rolly's a bum. Pitbull's a bum. Pitbull is famous for losing. That's the only reason why you know his name, because he lost to Tank Davis.
That's a fact.
But I don't think that he's a bum. I think that he learned.
Out of Gamboa. He beat Gamboa.
But I thought the argument was about Tim Tszyu and Fundora. Once again, Uncle Shelton, if you want to call both of them bums, I ain't gonna disagree with you, because I do agree. I think both of them bums. I just think that, like you said, Bum A beat Bum B. I ain't got no problem with that. But I thought the conversation was about Tim Tszyu and Fundora. I thought that was the question.
We have to keep it live on Tim Tszyu and Fundora. Now, I truly believe, this is just my opinion. Nobody has to agree with me. But if Tim Tszyu don't get that cut to the forehead, that fight is different.
Facts.
One more time, Sean. I didn't hear that. Can you say that one more time?
If Tim Tszyu doesn't get cut, that fight ends differently. Because you got to remember, Fondora's nose was broken since round 2. That's why I give Fondora so much credit. That's why I give Tim Tszyu so much credit, because they fought. They kept fighting. They didn't quit. And both of them had a reason to quit. Both of them had a way out.
If you go look at my prediction for that fight, Uncle Shelton, hey, I picked Tim Tszyu, so I ain't got no problem with what you're saying.
Hey, you know what, though, Dub? A lot of people picked Tim Tszyu. A lot of people.
I did. I thought Tim Tszyu would win that fight.
At the end of the day,
I'm sorry. I meant that a lot of people was picking Fundora. I was like, y'all crazy. But I do agree with you. That cut altered the fight, but that's the shit that happens in boxing. You in a fight, you might get bowled by accident and you cut now. His cut man did nothing for him. The blood was pouring in his face. He probably was swallowing tons of blood, and it altered the fight because he was landing some good shots.
They should have stopped. The fight should have been stopped. Yes, they should have been a no decision. By the third round, it should have been a no decision. In my opinion.
But that shows you the warrior in both of them dudes, because they kept fighting. Them dudes did not quit, and both of them had a way out, and neither one of them took it.
And how about this, man? That card was a hell of a card. I give that card. I'm gonna tell you like this.
gonna tell you from what Stitch told me in the interview that I did with him. That blood vessel that's at the top of your head, if that blood vessel get popped, there's no stopping the blood. I don't care what you do, you cannot stop it. And
It's
so
certain positions that you get hit by.
Yeah, Stitch said
right there,
it looked like he might have got that blood vessel popped. That's why it kept bleeding like that, because that was a lot of blood that was coming out.
That was a blood.
That was a nasty cut. Did you see the size of that cut?
But at the same time, we have to. All I'm saying, at the same time, and I agree. Yeah, I ain't see the interview you did with Stitch. I got to go watch that as well. Shout out to Stitch Duran. At the same time, with a broken nose, the way that Fundora had, for both of them to sit there and continue to fight the way they did, I give both of them credit and make it the fight that it was. It was a hell of a fight. I ain't got no problem with it either way.
Right side, that card was crazy.
Bro. I was
X, keep it a bean real quick though. X, keep it a bean. Wasn't you impressed with that card, dog?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
From Carmel to Rolly and Pitbull into the main event, and that main event was a bloodbath, and that was a great way to break ground with Prime TV.
My only thing was motherfuckers telling me how easy work Sebastian Fundora gonna be. This and this.
Bro,
and
that dude's above, bro. He got lucky, man. This nigga got lucky, bro.
All I was saying is, it's not gonna be easy work. That's all I said. That's literally all.
He not a bum,
bro. He got lucky. If that cut didn't happen, he would have got stopped.
We don't know that.
No, we know that, bro.
Real quick, hey BVO, the OG Crush is in the background, man. Bring Crush on, man. I love him. My bad. I just want to let y'all know.
But the other thing is, I didn't like the stoppage. I didn't like the stoppage in the Rolly fight because you let Mendoza get damn near killed in there. He got his jaw broke.
That referee saved.
He got talking about Rolly. Death.
Rolly was
Rolly was getting.
I'm talking about Mendoza. I'm talking about Mendoza getting beat half to death, and you didn't stop that fight. But Rolly takes a couple shots and you jump in and stop.
A couple shots. Rolly was taking some bombs.
Man, that referee was doing some fishy shit all night. Y'all know it, bro. He took a point right away.
Yeah, he was. I agree with Skylar on that. Yeah, he was.
I agree with that.
I disagree with the point that he took.
You know goddamn well that beating that Mendoza took was way worse. That beat that Mendoza took was way worse.
You hold on. Dub, you think he should have been penalized for grabbing?
No. I said I disagree with the point that was taken.
Oh, okay.
I disagree with that. I disagree with this, bro. I thought that was horrible. I thought that was horrible.
Go ahead.
Y'all gotta go one at a time because
I don't know if Scott. I don't know if you see it, bro. But look, after round one, bro. Yeah, I gave round one the what's his name, whatever his name is, the short midget nigga. He did his thing. He hurt Rolly and all that. But after the first round, Rolly won the second round, the third round, the fourth round. Easy work. He was outboxing this man until he eventually got caught. That's what I see. That's the fight I watch, bro.
Hey X, what about that right hand Rolly?
So what about that right hand?
Hold on. Say it again. You broke up, Prize.
Go to Starbucks, man. You at McDonald's.
That beating that fucking Mendoza took, that fight should have been stopped. That fight should have never went to the 12th.
Yeah.
It should have never went to the 12th round.
Yeah, I think he might have messed up his career for sure.
Yo, what you saying about
Mendoza? I'm talking about Mendoza and fucking Borchuk, or whatever that Russian is.
The Russian dude was beating the shit out of Mendoza. I don't disagree. I thought it should have been stopped earlier, or I thought there should have been a stoppage in it. But at the same time, was that the same ref?
No, that wasn't Thomas Taylor.
I didn't think it was the same. I didn't think it was the same ref. I didn't think it was the same ref. So, but at the same, either way, I did think it was a good stoppage for Rolly. Man, Rolly was getting beat the fuck up, man. He was getting beat. He was getting the dog shit beat out of him.
Rolly talk all that shit. Let Rolly go out.
See, that's the problem. You want to see the man broke down and hurt. That's what you trying to see.
He was over there buying pinatas. He was buying pinatas and little Chihuahua medallions.
Yeah.
Fight, motherfucker. You talk all that shit. Now fight.
Hey, Dub.
That's crazy. Shout out to the
Shit,
man.
yeah.
Shout out to show.
Hey,
My
I told y'all niggas he was chinny after the tank fight. I told you he was chinny.
Yeah,
That shot that tank hit him with wasn't that hard. That nigga was out all the way to the goddamn dressing room.
So why the hell you want to see him keep getting beat the fuck up against
because he keep opening his motherfucking mouth.
He was opening his mouth against Tank. Although he did get knocked out. He got knocked out in that fight. He got knocked out in that fight. So I mean,
he got knocked the fuck out.
Man.
Uncle Shelton, I gotta tell you, demented. You're demented. When you say these type of things, my God, you want to see the man die in the ring? That what it was.
I don't see him die. I want to see him sleep though.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I think a couple of more punches and he would have been out for sure.
The fight was over. The fight was over.
Man,
No.
Bro, they had you on your head.
Bro, Eastside Cruz, a bum ass nigga, and whoever thinks he's good, you don't know boxing, bro.
Hey, X, I was talking about you earlier on the show before you. I was talking about you earlier, X, on the show before you came on. I said I hate that nigga. I said I don't hate that nigga because I know me and you hate that nigga the same, Eastside Cruz. But I said he gained a little bit of, off that performance. He was in his bag.
Ah, man, come on, Prize. Don't do
Why
that.
y'all hate Pitbull? I don't hate him.
Because the nigga, you know why, Dub? I hate him. And I'm going to tell you why I fucking hate him.
Why?
Because he ain't do shit.
Hold on, you hate him?
Nah.
Bro, it's fuck that nigga. That's what it is.
I want his ass.
That's what it is, bro.
Pitbull, I mean,
and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like that nigga, Dub. Because he hasn't done anything. What has he done? His biggest win was a loss.
Agree.
So,
I agree with that.
So I don't like the nigga from that.
But
okay, so
he got beat
let me
by
ask you this, Dub.
But let
me ask you this, Dub.
Real quick. Let me finish. He definitely gained some. I go old school with it. He definitely gained some cool points with me. His last performance, and I do want to see him fight next, but I don't like him.
But at the same time,
man, you like that nigga now, man.
Hold on, Dub. Let me ask you this: does he beat Hitchens?
No.
Does he beat Gary?
No. Hell no.
Does he beat Matias?
Hell no.
No. Does he beat Haney?
Hell no.
No.
Does he beat Tio?
Hell no.
No.
So what the fuck are we talking about?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me answer the question. Let me answer that. All I'm saying is that I ain't got no. I agree with what Price said that his biggest win was a loss. I agree with that. At the same time, he ain't no bum. You know what I'm saying? He's not no bum.
Bum ass nigga.
I never said he's a bum. I said I don't like that nigga.
That nigga's a bum, man.
See, X
I said he was a bum,
man.
I said he was a bum.
X want to call that nigga a bum. X box.
He's a bum.
But I will even give you. I will even X. I will give you that Rolly is a bum. I think Rolly is a bum. I think that Pitbull Cruz.
Bum too, yeah,
hold on. I think Pitbull Cruz has put so much into this game, and he, even though is he the best fighter? Absolutely not. I think he loses to a lot of dudes. But at the same time, and I'm gonna ask it this way right here. At 135, if he would have stayed at 135, outside of Frank Martin, Raymond Muratalla, Tank, and Shakur, I think he maybe Lomachenko. Outside of that, he beat everybody else there.
Man, Lomachenko
he don't beat Abdullah Mason. He don't beat Abdullah Mason.
Bro, that's crazy. So out of all the elite people, he can only beat the non-elite people. Isn't that kind of like the definition of a gatekeeper or a bum?
But I'm not saying he's elite. I'm not saying he's elite. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that he's a good fighter, but he's not a bum. When you say bum,
right side, what grade do you give him? He's not a bum. I'm not going to call him a bum. Prize fighters. I'm not saying he's a bum. I said I don't like that nigga. What grade do you give him?
He a C+ level fighter.
I tell you this, and I'll leave it alone. If he fights the old man next, he loses.
Oh, that's the fight they got to make then.
Nah.
You talking about?
Hold on.
You talking about Big Amoroso?
What's my brother's name?
Big Amoroso. Big
Y'all go one at a time, bro.
Hold on.
If he
What's the
fights
brother
some
name
more
again?
bad necks, he loses.
That's cap.
I can't call his name right now. What's his name?
Barroso.
Yeah.
He don't lose
Got
the
it.
man. He
Number
knocked
one
the
in
fuck.
line.
He knocking Barroso ass out, bro.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all,
Yes.
okay.
Y'all
All right.
crazy. Y'all
All right.
can't base
Am I
off
Remember,
crazy?
last time we
Is
seen
that
Barroso
crazy?
out,
We can put some money on that.
If the fight
Barroso's a
happened,
naturally a natural 140 pounder, and that motherfucker. A lot of people feel like Rolly got a gift decision against him, and then he went and stopped the other guy in like the first or second round, bro. I
no,
don't know if
third round,
Pitbull was walking through
Max
that guy.
third round,
Third
but I
round,
know
third
he got
round.
stopped by
Okay, well,
Rolly.
excuse me. I'm one round off. Third round.
No, you good.
By Rolly, bro.
But the thing is that at the end of the day,
Badly against Rolly.
I understand what you. I agree with you, Scholar. It was a bad stoppage. You know what I'm saying from the ref. It was a horrible stoppage against Rolly. Rolly
Rolly
was getting
did
it.
crack that nigga and hurt him bad though. Let's not.
He hurt him. But let the man.
Hurt him,
The
though.
man was still defending himself. It was a bad stoppage. I'm not saying
he
he
definitely
wasn't hurt.
defended. Hey Dub, I'm not disagreeing with you, but the point that I was making is that he got hurt bad by Rolly. So
Okay, cool.
He can't fuck with no Pitbull and destroy that nigga.
And now I will agree with that piece because at the end of the day, and the problem is Barroso's style is all wrong for Pitbull. It's all wrong for him
Because he throws straight punches.
And
he throws straight punches.
And he keep
Barroso's
his
a
head on
southpaw, right?
But he keep it, But he keep his head on the line.
Isaac Cruz best punch is the left hook.
He want to come forward. Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
Isaac
Them
Cruz
looping ass
best punch is
punches
the
gonna
left
get him
hook.
knocked out. Them looping ass punches gonna get him knocked the fuck out.
Isaac Cruz ain't his best punch on the damn left hook. It's the overhand right and left. It's them overhand, them wild ass shots that he throws.
Pardon me.
Those are his best punches.
Those are his best punches.
Man, that's all he throw is haymakers and hooks. And
That's
this dude making a whole bunch of goddamn noise. Y'all gonna try to get his motherfucker credit for beating up a dude who got knocked the fuck out of dude who got a chin that softens his motherfucking breeze through the fucking summer's breeze? Come on, man.
Facts, man.
The man is the Hold on, Crush. Hey, Crush, let me ask you then, Crush. If you got to rate Rolly, I'm not Rolly, excuse me. If you got to rate Pitbull, what, as far as A, B, C, D, what level fighter is he?
He's a fucking C-level fighter, man. He's one-dimensional, and that's all he do is throw fucking haymakers. What is educational about anything with this dude? Technical or anything? He just come fucking forward and throw fucking haymakers. That's it. When you get in front of somebody with good footwork and that can keep his ass on the jab, you're gonna have to use his fucking thinking. And I bet any of y'all his IQ is shit.
But Crush. The problem is we sat here and said that. My bad.
Did you see the Rolly fight, right?
Yeah.
What didn't that point you seen Rolly outboxing this man, bro? And making him miss?
Yes. It ain't hard to outbox the motherfucker. But listen, Rolly could have kept on doing the fucking double jab, the over fucking head right, the fucking uppercut, and this nigga's open to the body on both sides. Y'all talking about defense. Ain't got no fucking defense. You break this motherfucker down like Tetris. The fuck is y'all talking about?
Nobody
talk about not, goddammit.
Wait, you capping. Who said he had defense? Nobody argued he had defense. Nobody argued that.
No, motherfucker was talking about he got defense, dub. I know what the fuck I was saying on YouTube.
I never said that he had. Prize Fighter never said
I said I heard it on YouTube. I didn't say y'all.
Okay. I got you.
Hey, bro, I don't do no fucking capping, bro. Just because my name begins with a C, I don't do no capping. That's one thing I don't do is cap.
Now, Chris, you know, hey, if I disagree with you, I'm gonna call a spade the same way you gonna do with me, right?
Yeah, but I don't do no capping though. That's one thing I don't do. No capping.
That's why we had to get that. Ain't nobody saying Pitbull got defense. His defense is his chin. I will say the great thing about Pitbull is because he don't have no neck, that he got a hell of a chin. So I give him credit there, but that ain't defense. So we agree. We ain't disagreeing.
I don't know if he's sitting on like that or not. He ain't facing enough fucking hitters to really fucking know. The fuck we talking about?
Right.
He ain't facing no fucking hitting somebody with good enough punch placement to get around that fucking guard. Gonna act like you can't punch around that fucking guard, punch through that guard. What we talking about? They
It
can
ain't
fucking
about
hang.
it ain't about the
And
guard. It's about the
when he
neck.
did fight somebody like that, he lost to a person with one hand. So to me,
Yeah,
his
then you
defense
get in
is
front of
shit.
one of these other fucking dudes. They got
He
both
got,
of their damn hands working and give him something to think about. It's gonna be a whole different ball game. He's gonna look lost and fucking retarded in there.
but this is my only thing, and I'm not disagreeing. I don't think that his defense is great. All I'm saying is that the man ain't got no damn neck, so his chin is crazy. Respectfully, his chin is crazy, and so
It would be the
that's all
opposite,
I'm
bro.
saying.
If you didn't have no neck, bro, you didn't have no neck.
No. When I say he don't have a neck, I mean that all his shit is so compact that a lot of times what you see is when a nigga really get knocked out, that neck is that neck exactly. And so when you don't have one, your shit don't snap like that because it's all head and shoulders and shit. It ain't. That's all I'm saying. It's head and
Funny
shoulders.
when you think about it though.
So,
That's the snap, but it's the crack though.
So Dub, that was the poorest defense I ever heard, bro. So Isaac Cruz, I don't think he a bum. He just not elite, but he does have good defense. His defense is just he's short, bro. He's so short and compact. He keep everything tight. He keeps his chin to his chest, is what you meant to say, not no neck. I don't know what the fuck that. You need to take your ass to baseball with them takes.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, why
I know what you're saying.
Hold on. I agree. I agree that he keep his chin to his neck. I agree with that. The problem is it ain't no work. Shit, he looked down just a tad bit. His chin touching it because he don't have. Bro, I done seen niggas, and we done all seen niggas with long necks. We done seen that.
Bro,
is that a
why
I
you keep
don't know
diddying, bro? Why you keep diddying us, bro?
Nah, get the fuck out
I
of here,
don't
man.
even know what the fuck
We
that
grown
means.
ass men. We grown ass men.
I don't even know
he
what diddying somebody
man.
means. I don't even know what that means.
No diddy.
My God.
No diddy, bro.
No diddy,
Hey,
bro.
Dub, I thought we had this. Hey, Dub, I
can we
thought we
move?
had
I
this
don't know.
conversation already about that
We
shit, about that
got
pause and shit.
We did, bro.
Grown
Was you there last time talking about eating a glizzy, bro?
Grown people understand it, man. Grown people understand it.
I remember you now, bro.
We not gonna let people take the conversation over when they talking nonsense. We're not gonna do that.
It's just a joke, man. Relax.
Bro,
I just don't
God,
care.
like we on ESPN.
No,
it's not about that. It's not about that. It's that shit is corny. That's all. That's all it is. It's just fucking corny. You can't say
To you, bro.
without
To
niggas.
you.
Because if you say it's corny, because you know why? I can say some shit like,
What the fuck you say?
Fighter. He's big. He's tall. Y'all, pause. No,
there we go.
But the problem is,
hold on, real quick.
Get this money.
Fucking girlfriend at my house, and I guarantee you, y'all niggas won't
but
be saying when I say some
bro,
shit.
Cállate la boca.
None of that shit.
Shut your mouth.
That shit
the whole conversation.
Keep talking.
Yeah, it moves the whole fucking goalpost.
You keep
that shit
talking,
so
man.
Corny to me, bro.
And you
I wish
shut the
niggas would
fuck
get off
up.
of that weird shit.
Huh?
Pause. No Diddy. Pause. No homo.
This man talk during the drop, bro. Hey, you starting to make us think you sus, bro.
Man, sus, you think I'm sus? Tell your
bro,
wife to
stop,
come to
yo,
my house
keep talking.
and let me have her for a night.
Huh?
And I guarantee
You keep talking,
nigga,
man.
the shit that I get into.
Y'all will be painting each other nails. Y'all would be painting each other nails and eating glizzies, bro. I already know how you would have her doing.
I have her eating glizzy. You right.
Bro, you too soft, bro. You too sensitive about somebody bringing up. If somebody says pause, it doesn't question anybody's sexuality. It's just the game. You can participate or not, bro. Me and X just laughed at the shit. You could have just moved on, but now we here because you so sensitive about fucking somebody saying pause and no Diddy, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, that's called that's called projection, bro.
On this channel, we had a segment to where we don't do that over here. So you can do what you want to do.
So how you make the rules over here?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Absolutely, I can make rules on this fucking channel. Are you crazy?
Oh, I thought the name said BVO. What's your name?
Hey, but you prize fighter, nigga. You better ask about me, nigga. The fucking
I don't have to ask. I done ran your ass off the panel before because you don't know shit about boxing.
What the hell is going on right? My God.
That episode is still up. Go look. He rage quit because he didn't know shit about boxing.
Demented. Absolutely demented.
Damn.
Man, and that ain't the episode's still
Plot
up there,
twist.
right side. I ran this dude off the panel because he
Plot
didn't
twist.
know shit about
You
boxing.
ain't run me
He
Plot
though.
twist.
rage quit. BBO, do you still got that
Wait, wait.
episode up, bro?
Can we
Yeah,
can we
still
just
up
get
there.
back to all right,
Plot.
time out,
And your ass is a
hold
fucking goofy.
on,
And I
time out,
didn't want to interact with your bitch ass, nigga.
but
What the fuck?
time out,
Oh, he mad.
hold on,
Hey,
let's
look,
not do it,
hold on, bro.
let's not do it, let's
Nigga,
not
Hey,
do it,
look.
guys,
man,
let's just
my
be
I
house
talking
actually
about
hear
insurance,
it.
my
Hold on,
mortgage is paid,
hold on,
my car is paid off.
hold
I'm
on, hold
good,
on,
nigga.
hold
Oh,
My
on.
he done went
car
to
Pride,
paid for.
chill,
What
chill.
finances.
the fuck is you talking
Uh-oh.
Pride,
about?
chill. Hey,
Cause
you
you know
going
I
too
don't
far,
fuck with
Pride.
that nigga.
Chill,
That
man,
nigga's
chill.
a goofy, man. Get this nigga out of
Pride,
here.
chill.
Damn.
all I'm saying is can we get back to boxing? That's all I'm asking.
You said, can
And
we
Yeah,
get back
no
to
go back
no
to
boxing?
back.
disrespect to Prize, no disrespect to the scholar. Man, hey y'all, man, squash the beef
Can
and
I
let's
say
keep it
something right
moving.
quick? Can I say something
Go
right
ahead.
quick?
Yeah.
Did y'all have this segment today? Because BVO was just saying pause
No,
yesterday, bro. It
because
wasn't.
BVO is still trapped in the web. We had a conversation, me,
But
Dub,
this,
Lightside, BVO, and I forget who else it
Listen.
was.
Hold
And
on,
we
No,
hold
had
on.
a
that's a fact.
conversation,
That's a fact. We
and
did
we
have that
said that shit
conversation. That's
was
a fact.
corny. And BVO said out his mouth, now, yeah, we needed that shit is kind of corny. Basically, is what he said. I don't know what he said word for word, but that's basically what he said.
oh
And
yeah, I wasn't here,
so
bro.
what it
So you
does? No, you
know
wasn't
what I'm
here.
saying?
It was
Y'all
me,
ain't gotta get
Dub.
mad at me, bro.
It's
I'm
not. It's
ex,
Hey,
not.
bro.
It's,
I'm
it's
can y'all
not.
chilling,
hear
It's
me?
bro.
not. Hold on.
You know what I'm
It's not
saying?
that. It's not that niggas is
Hold on, bro.
mad.
You can't be over talking me. Can you hear me?
It doesn't. It
Yeah, I can
doesn't
hear
get.
you, BVO.
It doesn't get a
Hold
nigga
on,
mad.
Prize. Hold on,
It
Prize. I'm talking, bro. Hold on.
man.
Hold on. This is the thing you gotta remember, man. I just had my nigga D Free say, this is why you don't get no views or this and that. So niggas say shit all the time. You can't take it personal.
That's still sucker shit though.
At the
Damn,
end of the
bro.
day,
Me and my
man.
niggas be joking like that, bro. I don't gotta be a sucker, my nigga. Like, goddamn, it ain't even that serious.
I didn't say you.
But it applies to me because I was saying it though. You can't say,
You.
"Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
you
say
know,
you.
you
Hold
ain't
on,
say
hold
with
on,
me," and
hold
I
on,
said
Prize.
that.
Hold on, Prize.
I'm
Hold
not.
on. Prize. It's the same shit you do with Q, man. You be going too far, and then you got niggas who I never hear talk crazy, talking crazy. Chill,
I
bro.
never said nothing to X. I said that.
No, I'm talking
What?
about this nigga Boxer Scholar. That's my homeboy. That's the cool nigga, man.
I don't know that nigga. That's your man. I don't play that. I come from a different kind of street.
You
I
just
come
heard
from
me say
somewhere
that,
else, nigga.
fool.
I don't give a fuck about that nigga. Like
Hey,
that.
okay.
Like if your man come
That's
around
the
me. If your
Really?
man's
Southside.
if your man's
Hey,
come around my peoples like it's some street shit, your man's is likely something likely to
Hold on,
happen
hold
to
on, hold
him.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
but I
Hold
can.
on,
Bro,
bro.
Hey,
did he say
real quick. Let me
something
just say
likely
this.
to?
Hold on,
Hey,
Prize.
no,
Hold on, man. Hold
I'll
on,
vouch for
man.
the Boston
If you hear
Scholar.
me
You know what I'm
talking,
saying?
Dub,
The
please be
Scholar is
quiet.
good people. The
Dub,
Scholar, he gonna talk shit, but he good people. You know
Dub,
what I'm saying?
Dub,
My bad.
Dub. If you hear me
Your
talking, man, I
man,
gotta be
Dub.
corny. If y'all hear me talking, chill.
My
At the
bad.
end of the day, forgive my nigga Prize. He be getting a little overzealous, man. It's all good, man.
I ain't no
Boxer Scholar's my
internet
nigga.
nigga. That's why,
Ain't no
BBO.
forgiveness needed. Hey, Prize can say what he want, and that man, that's his opinion. I ain't got no problem
He ain't
with it.
gotta. He ain't gotta. He don't gotta tell nobody. Fuck you. You were goofy and all that. Because niggas tell
That's
that
me
fight.
though. If
But
not, then I just won't be on YouTube no more because I'm a
but at
savage.
the
I don't
same
give a
time,
fuck
hold
about
on,
like what
BBO.
these
At the
niggas.
same
These
time,
niggas is internet niggas to me, and I told you that from the beginning when you was like, "Come on, do this shit." Prize with. I don't want to. I'm not no internet nigga. The internet niggas be talking dumb
Bro,
shit,
the
and I.
nigga didn't say nothing, man. You getting sensitive about him saying pause. I say pause all the
no, no,
time.
no, no.
See,
But this is
see,
the
there you
thing. This
go.
is the thing. Real quick, Prize.
I'm the bad
Hey,
guy.
Scholar gonna talk his shit. You know what I'm saying? I
And
done
I'm
been
gonna
around
talk
Scholar
my
long
shit
enough.
back.
And that's what I was about to say. And Pride's gonna respond accordingly.
Hold on, bro. Hold on,
At the
Dub.
end of
Let me
the
say
day,
this,
let's just
Dub.
move back to
Dub.
boxing, though. Let's just move back to
Dub.
boxing.
Let me say this, man. Let me say
Corny
this.
ass internet niggas,
It's the
man.
funniest thing in the world, man. We not about to play. We not about to play gangster games on the dog on YouTube. So, like I said, if my man said something wrong, my bad, Scholar, my bad, X. The nigga didn't mean it like y'all taking it.
Now
Nah,
I
I'm
didn't say
chilling, bro.
nothing. I didn't say nothing to X. X is the homie. I
Oh,
know X.
okay. Well,
I'm on the
my
panel
nigga
with X.
Scholar then.
I never said
But
nothing
No,
to
no, no.
X.
This was a pure conversation between the Scholar and Pride. So all I'm saying
X
is,
is my guy. I'm on the panel with X all the time. With the Scholar
Nah,
nigga, I
I
don't know this
wasn't
nigga.
coming
That's
at
your
you,
man.
Prize. I was just saying, like, you, because
if he
I
hold
said,
on,
I think,
hold on.
oh, my
If
bad,
he
my bad.
was coming at you, man, it don't
I did
matter, man.
not come at the nigga. I would
This is
say if I come
doghouse
at the nigga.
rules, man. Hold on,
I
hold on.
never
Did y'all
came
not,
at the nigga pride. I never came at the nigga X. X is
bro?
the
Come
homie. I
on,
don't have
man. Come
no.
on, man.
What did I say about X? Tell me
Hey,
what I said.
BVO, just move it back to boxing. Move it back to
All
boxing.
right, because this is, hold on. Let me say this,
Respect,
bro.
and I say that respectfully. I say that
Let
respectfully.
me just say this, and this the end of this conversation. We going back to boxing. It's so crazy, man. When it's us brothers, man, we got to do all this corny shit. You watch the white channels; they don't do this dumb shit.
Yeah, they do.
I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. They don't. I'm talking about the good ones. They don't do that. We can come over here, have a good time, and
Hold
shit
on, do
be
you say
right.
you talking about the good white folks?
No, I'm talking about the good channels. I'm talking about the good channels. When have you ever watched Mr.
I'm
Beast?
talking about the
Just
good
the
ones.
good
Hold
old
on. When have you ever
boys.
Oh,
watched
the good
Mr.
ones.
Beast and you see Mr. Beast and his
What
niggas
the
arguing?
hell?
Who's
Never.
that? Who's Mr. Beast? I've never
Never.
heard of him.
You never see Mr. Beast and his niggas arguing. You never see that.
Never heard of Mr. Beast. I've never heard of him. What he do?
Mr. Beast is
Boxing?
the biggest YouTuber
Move
on
it
YouTube.
back to boxing. Move it. Just hey,
I've never
respect
heard
the
of him.
BVO. If we move it back to boxing, we
I know
can
Mr. Beast,
eliminate a
bro.
lot of
I
this
know
stuff,
Mr. Beast.
man.
Hey,
Let's just move it
this,
back to boxing.
this some real shit. This some real shit right here. Me and D, like we just had our little back and forth, but I call D coach. I fuck with D. I fuck with BVO. You know what I mean? I fuck with everybody on the panel, bro. Everybody know I like to troll, bro. But like y'all got to show more respect to BVO, bro. When this man come on, when he hitting his drops, that's a sign to shut the fuck up. You see, I mute up when he does that. That don't mean talk during the fucking drops or wait till the drops is over, like I was saying before this rude ass host interrupted me. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta, man, we really back. Really back. We can get back to the boxing.
Nah, I agree with that.
Hey, this the thing, man. This the thing. Contrary to what people believe, one of the reasons why I don't go as hard as I can, I used to hate when niggas would do that when I was in the chat. But I'm gonna have to start doing it. If I'm hitting the drop, man, it's because I want niggas to move on. It's just that simple, man. Going
Nah,
forward,
but sometimes you be hitting
hold
the
on,
drop, they be
Prize.
the
Hold on,
fucking
Prize.
trolling
Shut
shit.
that shit up for a second. Shut that shit up, bro.
And shout out
When
to
you see,
shout out to you, BVO, because you got some of the best drops. I ain't gonna hold you. That
bro,
some of
go
your
ahead.
drops, I
Hold
love
on,
them.
hold on, Dub. Hold on, Dub.
This is the thing I'm saying, man. And it's only because I beat you nice, man. At the end of the day, when you see me put a drop on, that means move on to something else. Now we can get back to boxing, man.
Somebody shit got some feedback in it, bro. That shit trash.
Because like I said, I have my co-host say some wild shit. You ain't see me stop and argue with him. It is what it is. Niggas gonna say stuff. It don't bother me.
Yeah,
Niggas
that's
say
you
stuff.
though, BVO. I'm a savage. I don't give a fuck
Hey,
about these
savage or
niggas, bro.
not,
And I
man.
will fucking tell these
Hey,
niggas. I don't
fuck
ever have
that
to
shit you
come back
talk
on
about,
YouTube
man.
again.
It's
And
not
I'm
that
cool
serious.
with that.
It's not
But
that
see, I
serious.
know it's not that serious because that's why I'm not mad for real, for real. Like, I
So
got my daughters here. I'm chilling.
moving on. We just seen it again, and we don't talk about this. Why we not calling this whole Errol not fighting Bud a duck? If y'all want to call Canelo a duck, why is Errol not called a duck?
Right. Factual fact. I want. Oh, hold on. I want to hear from Thomas. I want to hear from Thomas. I want to hear from OG Thomas.
Oh, my bad. What was the
Especially,
question?
Hey, Tommy. So I'm asking.
especially when Errol turned the fight down.
So let me ask you this, Tommy.
He turned the rematch down. That came out today.
So we got people calling Canelo a duck because he won't fight. David Benavidez, who's done nothing. But then you got Errol Spence ducking Bud, and no one calls that. Is it because Errol's black? He can do that.
When
So
did he duck Bud?
go ahead,
No,
When
like
did he
that.
duck
I don't give a
Bud?
fuck about no absence, nigga. The
motherfucker.
fuck
I'm
is you
not
talking
talking to you. I'm
about?
talking to Thomas.
I'm talking about the comments, man.
No, what I'm saying, bro. If you want to do this, man, we'll talk later, bro. We're not about to do this right now.
No, he was talking about the comments, bro.
No,
He
what
wasn't
I'm
talking
saying.
about you.
No, what I'm saying is I'm just trying to figure out like what Tommy got to say on about why they not calling this a duck
This
when it
shit
comes to
whack.
Bud.
This
I
shit
mean
whack.
to Errol. It should be a duck. I think it's a duck.
He ducked Bud. It's
Yeah.
official that he turned down the rematch.
He turned on the rematch. He came out
Yep.
on Fight Hype. They turned the rematch down.
Yep.
Actually, I mean, y'all can call it a duck
Here
if
we
you want
go.
to.
Here we go.
Listen, y'all can call it a duck if you want to. It's up to Earl to ask for the rematch. It's not up. Bud didn't ask for a rematch. It's up to Earl to ask for a rematch. So you can call it a duck if you want to, but it's Earl the one that got to request the rematch, not Bud. So if Bud would have requested the rematch and Earl said no, I'm not taking that fight, then I would say yeah, that's rightfully a duck. But if you want to call it a duck, I'm not saying don't call it a duck. If you want to, you can. But it's Earl the one that has to request the rematch for it to be for the fight to happen. You see what I'm saying?
My thing is people say, oh, but he holding up the rematch, this and this and that, or for this man not to even exercise a rematch clause if he even did that, because I heard he did, and then something happened.
Yeah, I heard he did, and then like it got delayed, and then he needed the eye surgery, and then it further delayed it. I don't know what's going on, but I do also know that if there was going to be a rematch, he said he was only going to rematch him at 147. So I ask you, you want to see him go down to 147 fight again when he clearly don't look like he belonged at that weight? Would that be a duck then?
I don't know if that's facts, Thomas.
Yeah, I really
You don't know if that's facts?
As far as him,
Why is it
You
that?
don't know
Why is it that
that
he's not
Bud
supposed
didn't
to be at that
maintain
weight?
that if he's going to give him a rematch, it's going to be at 47?
no,
But if
no,
he's
no,
not
no
going to fight the rematch, then he's going to fight at 168 for
hold on,
Canelo?
hold on, hold on. I'm gonna answer you. I want to answer your question directly. I've never heard Bud himself say that the fight is gonna. It has to happen at 47. I don't know that to be a fact.
You
If
never heard?
hold on, if you give me the information, I'll go look it up, and if it's correct, then I'll come back and apologize. You know, I ain't got no problem saying that I'm wrong. I ain't got no problem saying it. All I'm saying is that I never heard Bud say it has to be at 47. I've never heard that. What I heard was individuals saying, well, why Bud don't want to fight him at 54? Well, wait a minute. After the fight happened, Bud himself said it's hard for him to make the weight, and he didn't mind fighting at 54. So until I see the footage whether it's Bo Mack or Bernie or whoever, send me whatever you got. But I've never heard anybody say that the fight had to be at 47. I haven't heard it from Bud's team. I hadn't heard it. And I could be wrong. And I ain't got no problem being wrong, but
Now
y'all
you right.
correct me.
You
Correct me.
right. You right. You 100%, 1000% right, bro.
So where I'm just trying to figure out where did this information come from that it had to be at 47? Where did this come from? Because I've
Here's the
heard it
question
multiple
I
times.
have.
Well,
Why is it after the fight that
before you
now
answer your question,
everybody's saying
hold
that the
on.
guy's
Before you ask
not
your
supposed to be
question,
at the
where did
weight?
the 47 come from? That's my question. Somebody answer that question first, and
Came
then
from
Mr. Chuck, and I
Nobody knows.
apologize.
I'll put it in. I
Nobody
put the
knows.
link in the chat right now. You can go check it out. I'll put it in this one
But
I ain't
here's
got,
my
right
question.
and
here
I'll check it
too.
out.
Here's
You
my
know I'll
question.
check it out. I ain't got no problem with it.
Here's my question. Why after the fight, all of a sudden everybody's saying he's not supposed to be at 47, when before the fight, I'm in the best shape of my life. I had the best weight cut ever. I'm ready to go. Now after he gets his ass mollywopped, oh, he wasn't supposed to be fighting there anyway. Come on, man. Stop it.
Everybody says that. Everybody says that. I don't care who you
Stop
are.
it.
Ryan Garcia came into the fight against Tank talking about I'm in the best shape of my life. I mean, this is what fighters say. So I'm not gonna hold that piece of it against them. But at the same time, like you said, he got mollywopped in the fight. I wanted to see the rematch. I was an individual who done said from the beginning that I want to see him at 54. I think that both of them will be better fighters. I got Bud winning that fight now. I had EJ winning from the beginning, but I'm picking Bud now off of simply what I seen in the ring. So at the same time, I do want to see the fight. And my last point is that ain't no way EJ should be able to get any fight over Bud at 54 without facing Bud Crawford. It
Hey,
shouldn't
Doug.
happen.
He sent you
Why
your
not?
he sent you your evidence, Doug. I think.
Yeah, that's the
Private
evidence
chat.
right
He's the
there.
fucking boy. He's the fucking man. Alright. You need to stop holding up 147. That's what you need to do.
I'll just say this though.
Terrence Bud Crawford is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. He beat Errol Spence ass crushed. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you that he is holding up the division. You know, he need to do something. But in terms of 154, he exercised whatever politics need to go on so he can get the fight with Sebastian Fedora. That's all that I worried about. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just me.
Now, speaking to that, X, here's a question for you. Now, what does he do now that Zoo gonna be out for about 6 months? Fandora gonna be out for about 6 months. Is the WBO is probably gonna strip Fandora, more than likely. Who do you want to see him fight for this WBO title? Is it gonna be Josh Kelly, or should he fight someone else?
Is somebody on life support? Are we still live?
Yeah, we
Yeah, that's
still
what I
live.
want to know. That's what I wanted to know too, dog.
Yeah, we still live, yo. I think Sean was waiting for somebody to answer the question.
Yeah,
I was
yeah. Go ahead,
listening. I'm
Crush.
just
Answer
like,
the
what the
question.
hell?
Answer the question, Crush.
First, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I don't know. I don't know, Shelton. That's a good question, man. I don't have an answer for that. I'll come back to me though. Come back. That's a good question. Good question.
Yeah, because Josh Kelly's the number one contender, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think so.
So either he fights Kelly, because they're gonna strip Fundora. The WBO already ordered the fight. Fundora's gonna be out for about 6 months after he had that surgery this week for his nose. No Zoo gonna be out for about 6 months for that cut to heal.
Right.
So in the meantime, does Bud forego the money and take the fight for the WBO vacant title, or does he wait on a money fight?
Well, it depends on, honestly, it depends on what he wants first, what matters to him first. You know, if the money is there right now and that's what he's really banking on, trying to get some money fights, you know, on his way out, then just go ahead and grab the fucking money. You know what I'm saying? If that's the vibe you on, you know?
So what would be the money fights for him then? I'm asking earnestly. What do you guys see as the money fights, man? That's realistic, Cartel.
Hold on. I just went and read the contract. I just went and read what you sent me. And what you sent me, respectfully, I'm gonna read. Like I tell you, I'm gonna read the information and then make a judgment off of it. What you sent me, what it said was if if there was nothing sent in writing saying that it need to happen at 54, then it can happen at 47. The only person quoted in that document that you sent me was Stephen Stone Cold Nelson, a sparring partner, saying that if it Bud only wants it at 47. Once again, I said from the beginning. I said from the beginning that if you're gonna tell me that Bud had to have that fight at 47, you need to come from his team. And Stephen Stone Cold Nelson, regardless of what you want to say about it, a sparring partner is not your team. Are they good friends? Cool, that's fine. I ain't got no problem with it. But also in that same document that you sent me, it said that all EJ had to do was send in writing. He had to say that he wanted that 47, and that's where the fight was going to take place at, according to the document you just sent me. So I don't understand how we're going to criticize Bud in this situation. I don't understand it.
Yep. Don't make no sense.
Bro, it's plain and simple.
I literally read it took me a second. I had to get through, but I read that whole article that you sent me.
I mean, it's plain and simple.
I like this side of Dub, man. The unbiased side of Dub, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm always unbiased.
Until it comes to Devin Haney. You think Devin Haney could be everything from 140 to heavyweight?
Guess what? I'm biased for Devin. I'll tell you that. I ain't got no problem telling you that. I'm biased. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But no, I look at it like this, man. It's basic common sense, man. What do y'all want to see? Y'all talk about this man ducking Spence. Do y'all really want to see? I mean, ducking, but do y'all really want to see that massacre again? If I want to watch a fucking murder, I turn on CSI Miami or some shit.
No.
I don't want to see that shit again.
That's not the point, Scott. I'm saying that because people were saying how Terrence Crawford holding up the fight, all of the rematch. You told that man you was gonna fight him again and give him his opportunity. This man sacrificed all these things to make the fight with you. You supposed to give him the same return back and all of that jazz. That's why I'm saying, hey, what happened with the rematch? Why Errol Spence like y'all wanted the rematch, right? Where he at?
You know the funny thing, yo, that make me laugh about this, man. Errol Spence got beat to death. We get that. He got beat to death. It happens, man. That's boxing. But the thing is that I think people are more mad at his fans than him, the fighter, because he hasn't said nothing but give bruh props, tell bruh
What?
he a piece
That's
of.
cap.
I haven't heard him. Hold on, what
Did
have I
you
seen in
not
chat,
see
man?
before the fight? This man was saying this man has a 0.3 resume. He ain't fight nobody. His power. He ain't got no power like that. He got 2
And
this, 3 that,
what
4
happened to
that.
him? What happened to him in
He
the
got beat
ring?
to
It
death.
got settled in the ring.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, BVO speaking facts. BVO, he did do that, and he was standing on business
Watch
at
your
first.
mouth.
You know, I ain't gonna make no excuses. Even
Watch
if
your
I
mouth.
had them, I wouldn't give them to you. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this motherfucker started talking about cataracts. This motherfucker started like he was standing on business at first, and everybody was like, "Yeah, it was honorable." But all of a sudden, he came out with the cataract shit, and then he just trying to bypass Bud and skip the line and go fight. He pretended like Bud don't exist.
And that's the problem with all of this.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
shit is
problem.
that
What
shit was
The thing,
crazy.
hold on, let me say this real quick, Doug. I think the thing that's so crazy, Scholar, it's not. It is weird because me and you YouTubers, so we see it more. If you think about it, it be Bud's fans. You say anything about Bud, niggas is Bud. Niggas is like
They
every
come out
time
of
you say something about,
nowhere.
I mean not Bud, Arrow. You say something about
Both of them. No, BVO,
Arrow.
both of them.
And you know what'd be funny about Bud's fans? They be like rooting against him because they want him to take lesser fights than he should take. At the end of the day, Bud should just take whatever he can get and work his way to it, because at the end of the day, man, me and you know this, Scholar, that they'll mess around and age his ass out. We done seen this a bunch in boxing.
he
I bet.
already about to
I
be
about to say. I think
37.
he cooked now. I think he cooked now.
About to be
He's not.
37.
He's a
But
free
but
agent.
Dub, I bring this guy up all the time because I used to be a huge fan of him. I seen Gary Russell's ass get straight shelled because he ran his mouth to Floyd.
Agreed. I agree with that.
So
I agree.
what I'm saying is this: play it how they want to play it. They'll mess around, and that little last 2-3 years he'd mess around and be like my man the Mongoose, man. What was my dude?
Archie Moore.
Archie Moore. He'd fuck around and be like Archie Moore, 100 years old, trying to get a shot.
But
So
the thing is for Bud right now.
Damn.
I'm listening to and like you brought up, I'm listening to Bud fans, and they telling me that, and which I disagree with, but they saying that and I want to see the EJ rematch. I want to see that 54. No problem with it. EJ sent some paperwork in writing saying you want that 54. According to what I just read, it would have happened at 54. Okay, that's fine. The fight don't happen. At the same time, I want to see Bud continue to fight. And so when he was offered a Jamel Charlo and a Lubin, you know what I'm saying? You need to take those fights, especially when you're trying to get a Canelo fight, and Canelo just went and put hands on Mel. So now you go put hands on him at a lower weight class, worse than Canelo did. Oh, now we really can talk about that fight happening. We can talk about it, but you turn it down. Why would you turn that down? And so those are my issues with Bud. But at the same time, overall, I still want to see.
well, let me
Bud and EJ. That's
Dub,
the fight we
before
need
you
to see
land the
before
plane,
anything.
Dub,
And EJ shouldn't be able to jump the line in front of Bud until we
Dub.
see that fight.
Let me say this before you land that plane. Let me say this before you land that plane. Every time we try to embrace Bud Crawford, he always give you his ass to kiss. At the end of the day, if
I'm not
somebody
trying to embrace him.
no, listen. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about overall boxing. We're not talking about any individuals here. We're talking about just in general. Every time they try to show Bud a little love, he always want to give somebody his ass to kiss. Just like when he said, "Oh yeah, I finessed Al Heyman." Are you 15? Who talks like that? You finessed Al Heyman?
That was crazy.
Pussy, you
Now,
ain't do nothing but
I
get
gotta
good
see
deal.
that.
if we want to speak on Bud as the businessman, no, I don't think Bud do the best business. I agree with that, and I think that's what you get
But this
into.
is what I'm saying. What I'm saying
Go
is
ahead.
he goes out of his way to show you he's a piece of shit. It's
But
okay.
but 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 this is my problem,
Hey,
BBO.
why he gotta be all that?
But BBO, my problem is, even though I understand what you're saying, and I don't agree with it with business practices from Bud, I don't agree with it. At the same time, I can look and say that Bud is at this current moment in time the best fighter in the world, and so he deserves the shot, regardless of how much of an asshole he want to be. One of the things we love about great fighters, a lot of times, Floyd Mayweather is an asshole, regardless if you want to say it or not. He an asshole. This is what the arrogance of a fighter is one of the things that go into their cachet. You know what I mean? And so, although I agree that Bud is an asshole, at the same time, I'm still a fight fan first, above any of that other stuff. And so, I want to see Bud in the ring with the best.
Well,
Why? Because I
let me
want to
say
see the
this
best fight
before
the
you
best.
land that
And
plane.
I
Let me
think
say
that's
this
what it comes down to.
Well, let me say this before you land that plane. I want to get Crush in here on this, and I got to get Thomas Hill on this. Crush and Thomas, if somebody gives you their ass to kiss, are you going to do business with somebody like that? That's a yes or no.
Nope.
Same
Nope.
thing with Tommy. If somebody gives you their ass to kiss, you going to do business with them, Tommy?
You said what now?
If somebody do nothing but give you their ass to kiss, are you going to do business with them?
Nah.
So at the end of the day, I think what you're saying is not fair. It don't matter what you think fair is. The only place that's fair is where they raise pigs, man.
Hey,
Nothing is fair.
fast where they raise.
Hold on.
I agree
And think
with that.
about this. And I don't even got to tell a black man that things ain't fair. At the end of the day, man, you got to understand, dog. This dude is not going to get the fight because he's not liked. That happens all
And,
the
and,
time.
and this is where me and you disagree right here. And I will agree. Okay, he's not like that's fine. I don't care. I don't care if I like him or not. The man can fight, and I love boxing. Because I love boxing the way I do, I want to see that nigga in the ring. I don't give a damn if you like him or not. I don't care. What I'm talking about is what happens in the ring. And the reason that's what I'm talking about is because that's what I get enjoyment out of is watching boxing. And so, regardless of all, and I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, BBO, not disagreeing at all. And this is the problem. I think that we would all agree. One of the things we hate about the sport of boxing is the sanctioning bodies and the promoters.
That's a dip.
Those are the
Hold on one
individuals.
second. Let me put a pause on that, Dub, because I know you got a good point.
Well, you
But
can't say pause now because hey,
oh
don't
man, stop, man, stop,
don't
man.
put prize to be on your helmet. I'll be on your helmet too. No, go ahead,
Hold
go
on,
ahead.
let me say this. Only reason I say pause to that is this. The thing that you're missing is this. You cannot give people your ass to kiss
Here we
and then
go.
get mad when they play games with you. You want to play games, motherfucker? We'll show you.
Motherfucker.
That's
No,
exactly what happened. That's
no,
what
no, no,
happened.
no, 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 no. I agree that you shouldn't get. I agree with that piece of it. When you're doing business, man, you want to ingratiate yourself with everybody as far as business wise goes. I understand that. At the same time, what I'm saying is it's not in Bud character, and because it's not in his character, it is to his detriment. It is to his detriment. At the same time, even though it's to his detriment, I still want to see the fights. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let me ask you this, Boxing Scholar, because you and Crush both agree on this. Is it just me, or is boxing turning into a cesspool?
Oh God, this thing asks a question every other
What you
live.
guys think about that?
Wait, what
See,
happened?
I said it's turning into a cesspool. And see, the reason I can say that X is because, and I know you get all hurt when somebody says something about the age. When I was around your age, boxing was like the hella fight sport. When Roy Jones was out doing his thing, niggas was watching boxing. So the type of bullshit we see now, that's why you hear us niggas who just a little bit older be like, man, this is whack. Because we
Shit,
remember
whack.
seeing Roy Jones with the Jordan deal. We remember seeing Winky Wright with the Jordan deal. Like, who the hell got a Jordan deal now? Nobody. Not nobody. And it's because at the end of the day, man, people do not mess with the sport the same way that they used to. And it's because of shit like this. Excuse my language. I think at the end of the day, what Bud did was what you see all the time with Stashy motherfuckers. He got the money. Now you shut up and go away forever and die in that hole with that money. And guess what? The guy who's always stayed down, whether it's Keith Thurman, who almost got a fight with Tim Zoo, so he tripped down the stairs and bust his arm, or you got you got Errol Spence who woke up from the dead, is about to get his shot with Fundora. If you stay down and I got your back, we on it. It's just that's how it works, man. That's how boxing works. It's the same thing. It's the same thing that Don King was doing. You know, Don King had slave contracts on Larry Holmes. Like he owned Larry Holmes, owned him. Larry Holmes can't stand Don King to this day because of that. But I want to hear y'all cook on that. Go ahead.
I can give a different perspective on that, BVO.
Go ahead.
So I don't disagree with you that Bud is not a likable guy. He has a characteristic flaw to me, like a James Toney, but that same thing make him good inside the ring, like that chip on their shoulder. They think everybody don't like him, like they go, I was getting ice cream, like Michael Jordan. You know, like I took that personal. That's their type of mentality, and you know what I mean. That's what make them great fighters. But I go to work and deal with people I don't like. I would absolutely do business with motherfuckers I didn't like if the business was right. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from no $1 million payday because I don't like them. We talk about feelings and shit. We men, you know what I mean? So no. I would do business with Bud, but I can't wrap around my head around what Dub Rightside said earlier. Dub Rightside said that Bud should be fighting people at 160 in hopes to get a Canelo fight. That would be the worst thing he could do at this point. Canelo won't even fight Benavidez, and he was a mandatory. And people want to see the fight, and he won't even fight him. So Bud sitting around and aging, waiting for a Canelo lottery, it would be insane at this point. He did what he was supposed to do. Move up to the next division, try to go get 3-time undisputed. That's what he's going for, and that's what he should do at this point in his career because his legacy is already stamped. All he could do is add to it. And if he get 3-time undisputed, I don't think it will ever be done again. And then he can walk off into the sunset saying, I'm the greatest fighter that ever lived. Even though I wouldn't agree with it, he'll have a strong fucking case if he gets 3-time undisputed. So
it's gonna be hard for him to do though, my nigga, because of the political part of it though. Don't you think? Because the junior middleweights are all at PBC, and he seems like they're trying to, like, I don't even want to put that out in the universe, but I have to. It seems like they're trying to just freeze him out and get him out of there, Terrence Crawford, the PBC, because if he wants to go be undisputed at 54, he has to be dealing with PBC.
So
I don't know how he's gonna be 3-time undisputed unless he come off his high horse and be like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna sign a 3-fight deal. Which one? Let's go. Then that's the only way. If it's not that, then this nigga's not gonna be able to move like he want to move, like he think he should be able to move. I think he should be able to move that way, but the public and the it don't add up. You know what I mean? So
but that's not true because he still got the belts. He's the mandatory. If he moves up at
54.
At 147, you become when you move up, you can challenge for it.
Yeah, right. You can immediately challenge for the WBO. I get all of that. So it looks like he might be fighting for a vacant WBO. He get the WBO, and then let's say Earl got the WBC, and then the rest of the belts. He's got to come through PBC to accomplish what you just said, 3-time undisputed, which would be incredible. I hope he does 3-time undisputed. But is he going to break bread with the PBC? If he's not, then it's not happening, bro. His ass is already too damn old.
Well, let's say in a perfect world, he goes and he fights Fandora and Tim Tszyu, get this shit worked out, and then he fight Tim Tszyu and he get those 2 belts, and then he goes and becomes a unified champion there. You remember that show with the Road Runner where they were like meep and he took off running? That's what Errol Spence gonna do. I think Errol Spence meeps to the next one division in 160. He pretended like Bud don't exist, bro. He does. He's not gonna fight Bud.
Nah, I don't think he's gonna fight Terrence either. I don't think there's even a reason for him to do that again. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people want to see him get his get back. Me personally, I think that's a fight. You know how like Winky beat Shane. Not Winky, but Vernon beat Shane. He beat him up in the Olympics in amateurs, and he beat him up in the pros 2 times. I just think is that one guy that's got his number. I don't need to see 4 or 5 fights with the nigga. I think the nigga we've seen what we need to see already.
Well, let me ask you this, Box Color, because I know you know this like I do. I think the thing is with Bud is, I'm just wondering, like you said, the likable thing, that could be an issue. But I think Bud really put fear into people when they had this whole fight, man. Because I'm telling you, a lot of guys, the way he beat Earl like that, it seemed like they almost feared Bud a little bit. You think that's just me, or is that overstated? What you think?
Yeah, I think it's a little overstated. I see Bud trying to be an intimidating guy, and we know he a bad motherfucker in the ring, but he 147 pounds. But that's not threatening to me. Like, I'll push 147 nigga down and dare him to get up, bro. That's not when Tyson was Tyson, bro, even when he took his losses, he was a heavyweight puncher with a punch. You get what I'm saying? So it was something to fear at all times. That's the ultimate division of prestige, but it's still a little guy. So like I seen him pull up on Mano. You seen that where he was just standing there, Mano. He was joking, but he was trying to be intimidating, and I don't see that aura out of Bud. But he is a bad motherfucker in the ring, nonetheless.
I'm saying when you see Bud is really trying to play into this role like he's some big bad nigga, man. Like I don't know. Like he was saying someone what was that he was talking about? Because he do that wrestling stuff. And it's like you said, him not being a heavyweight and him not being but the thing you gotta remember, Mike Tyson was you can see Mike hanging out with the slow kids. They got videos of Mike wrestling with slow kids.
That's true.
Like Mike was man, Mike was like I seen Mike at the airport one time, man. And dog, you would have thought Jesus was in the airport, dog. Anybody you could think of. He's just that likable, man. And I don't know what Bud, I'm telling you, man, I hate to see a good career, man, just end like this, man, off some ego bullcrap. It's just crazy to see it.
But at the same time, and Thomas, hey, I'm gonna put my number in the background. Thomas, hit me up, man, because I want to talk. I ain't get to watch the entire video that you dropped. You know what I'm saying? I only got to watch the first part of it. But the thing is, even though I ain't no huge Bud fan, hey man, Bud a real nigga, bro. He a real nigga. A stubborn ass nigga. He's stubborn than a motherfucker.
At least he ain't like Floyd, my nigga.
But at the same time,
I never said he wasn't a real dude. I never said that.
No. But when I look at Bud, I be like, bro, I know niggas like I got friends like Bud. You feel me? Like stubborn. I be like, bro, come on, bro, chill, bro. Just chill. Man, fuck that shit.
That's
bro.
me,
Fuck
nigga.
all that shit.
That's
Yeah.
Fuck all
But
these
like,
niggas, bro. That's me.
Yeah, man. And so because I see it that way, I ain't, man, once again, I don't really rock with Bud, but I don't rock. I mean, at the same time, it ain't like I'm not rocking with Bud.
What
Bud
you mean by that, though, Dub? You say you rock with him, but what you mean?
What I'm saying
you don't like
is,
the nigga personality outside the ring?
No.
The ring, the niggas is...
It ain't about his person. Matter of fact, even with his personality, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just getting to know Bud personality wise as far as interviews and things like that go. So I done seen Bud for a minute and he done always been an asshole. I ain't got no problem with that. My thing is the man can fight. And if he can fight, I ain't finna sit here and what you want me to I ain't finna talk, I can't just talk shit about a nigga who can fight. What you want me to do?
Hold on. Boston Scott, let me ask you this real quick, man. And then I'm gonna ask you this too. What you think about Bobby Brown telling Mike Tyson to go to bed?
Bobby Brown.
BVO come from
I'm out
left
for the
field.
night. I'm out for the night, y'all.
Y'all should
you
already
talking about the Tokyo? You talking about the Tokyo story?
Hey,
yeah, he talking about Tokyo.
Yo, the nigga should be the BVO. Y'all should already be ready for any moment that this nigga come from left field with some crazy shit. But you know,
Hey, I'm gonna put my number in the background, man, in the back chat. I don't know how the hell we got to where we were going. So shout out to y'all, man. Much love and respect, and we'll do it again, family.
Yes.
All
right, Dub. See you at the Diddy party.
That shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That was crazy.
That's crazy.
That was crazy.
Dub say he don't Diddy Bop.
Hey, Devin be there.
Damn.
That was not quick.
Hey, but that being said, man, your boy BVO about to get out of here, man.
We up out of here, man.
Hey, I'd never be caught at a Diddy party. First thing. The second thing is that
ready to be at a Diddy party, huh? He might be a target.
Hey, I ain't trying to be no target. I ain't trying to be no target.
He ain't at the party. He just recording.
Mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. Is somebody else?
I'm here telling the truth. Nah. Hey, man. For real though, man. Y'all hit me up, man. I'll top it up with y'all family, man.
Is a no good, lousy son of a bitch. Hey. That's exactly what he is.
Damn, I'm all of that.
No.
I don't hate the kid.
You don't.
I don't hate the kid, but I just like to put him in the hospital, though. I like to send that to their ambulance.
That was crazy.
I don't know if I don't know if I called it like I don't know if I don't have to call it like I called it. How the hell see Dub at the Diddy party? That means he's the Diddy party.
That's what I was thinking. Because the nigga said, I see you there.
I was trying to get in the Illuminati, bro. I'm gonna be honest. We gotta expose it. I was trying to get in the Illuminati, bro. And Dub looked sick. Dub wasn't there. I don't want to put no smut on his name. He was like the party coordinator. He was responsible for the entertainment that day. So that's where I see Dub at, man. But yeah, man, I was trying to get in the Illuminati, man. I just needed one more sacrifice, man. But my uncle lived through the sacrifice and they threw me out.
That was crazy.
He said he was trying to get into the Illuminati. Damn.
I love it. I love it. Hey, I told y'all, demented. Absolutely demented. But it's a beautiful thing, man. I love rocking with y'all. Appreciate everybody on the panel, man. I'm out for the night. Hey, Thomas, I need to holler at you. Thomas.
We about to holler right now, man. As soon as you say out, I'm hollering.
Hey, I'm out right now. Shout out to everybody, man. Pride, same thing. I gotta holler at you too, Pride. But much love and respect, man. And we'll do it again as always. Keep doing your thing, my brother.
You, of course, when you're here, everybody loves it. Ross, go ahead.
No problem.
Okay.
Hey now, Howard. Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, I'm gonna prove that beat is black. He keeps saying he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I know Puerto Rican, you little piece
if
of
you're
shit.
Puerto Rican beat, let me hear you talk Spanish.
Yeah, I'll speak Spanish, you little fucking little cocksucker.
Fuck you, man.
What do you got, you little fucking little cocksucker?
I'm right here in Brooklyn. Let me
fuck you, you little piece of shit.
You ain't Spanish, man.
Yeah, I'll speak Spanish.
Hey, Pete, you don't.
You fucking cocksucker.
Hey, I will
That shit crazy. That shit
That's
is so
crazy.
crazy. I don't know what it is your deal with that guy and him and that other little white one. What was the little white boy name? The one Mike Tyson picked up and gave him like a little noogie on the head because he thought the nigga was a kid. What's his name? You like him, BVO. What's his name?
Oh, Hasbulla.
Hasbulla. Yeah, that guy. I don't know what it is with you with that other little black boy and that Hasbulla guy. But man, you like little people. That's what's up though.
No, I don't like little people. I'm just a fan of the Howard Stern show, man. If you was like me watching Howard Stern, man, you would get it.
Howard Stern he's a goofy.
Howard Stern would have people up there get butt ass naked. He was
but you know what though? I ain't gonna front though. Like when I was a young boy, Howard Stern did have them hoes on that channel though. Like Howard Stern is like I thought something was wrong with him. I thought that he like everybody. You know what I'm saying? So. And shout out to him, man. Whatever.
Hey, but shoot to my man Chris, shoot to my man Boxer Scott. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I'm about to get out of here, man. Peace.
Yeah, peace.